Test. Hey, look, everything's working. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to another episode of Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park. This is Season 2, Episode 5, The Watchers. I'm your dungeon story master. I run too many games on this channel. Oh, hey TK.
I'm your story master.
I'm your story dungeon. All right, hold on.
Story.
Let's just do this again for when this goes on YouTube. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to another episode of Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park. This is Season 2, Episode 5. Good to see you all. I'm your storyteller, Kelly, and tonight I am joined by my pack, 4 amazing young werewolves. Say hello, pack.
Hello.
All right, so let's introduce
You're the
ourselves.
shadiest of shade.
Shadiest of shade.
True. Let's say hello to the pack right now, starting with Amy.
Hello, I am Amy, and I'm playing Kate Powers, the, let me remember this, Aelidoth Ironmaster.
It's only been a year.
It's only been less than a week.
It's
only been 60 years since March.
It's been 86 years.
It's been the longest century of 2020.
I've never seen Titanic, so I couldn't tell you.
I'm just so glad it's a meme.
I was looking at one of the memes today where it was like, it feels like 90 years since January when we were all enjoying The Witcher. I'm like, shit, that does feel like forever ago.
Yeah,
That was
The Witcher was earlier this year.
That was like 2012, wasn't it? Like,
Oh my god.
No, it was
was.
ages ago. We've been waiting for a
Henry
season
Cavill
forever.
has grandkids at this point. So hello, Jen.
Oh, hi, it's me. I'm
It's a
Jen.
you.
I'm playing Brighton Lee, the Kahalith Stormlord.
All right, hello, Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine. I'm playing Megan Butler, the Uratha Ironmaster.
And hi, Caitlin.
My name's Caitlin. I'm playing Claire Iwatani, the Rahu Ironmaster.
All right, and so for those of you who haven't been tuning in, why not? What did we do to you? But seriously,
Why are you starting here?
Yeah, this is a weird. I mean, season 2 is better than
Today.
season 1, so good call. But normally I'd start at the beginning. All of our episodes are available right now on YouTube.com/DorkTales if you want to go watch some back episodes. Some of them are on Twitch, but they usually times out after about a month. So, quick update if you're coming back after a little bit of delay. This season takes place directly in the middle of the COVID pandemic in Vancouver, which has caused some difficulties for the pack as they have had to navigate change social mores, different employment and housing options, and also a rise of certain types of spirits in the spirit world that are probably either feeding off or causing this pandemic. The pack went to investigate just such an occurrence over at the Mount St. Joseph Hospital in their territory. However, when they went there, they found not only a spirit of plague, and who also happened to be a very minorly powerful wolf spirit in the making, but were attacked by another pack of werewolves that call themselves the Pure. Werewolves that directly oppose the lessons and laws of Mother Luna and are the Forsaken werewolves' greatest enemy. The pack managed to do fairly well, killing one of their assailants, but in the end they were thrown back across the gauntlet somehow, impossibly, in the throes of death rage back into the halls of the hospital, where a small massacre ensued. The characters were able to flee and have been recovering from that. They've come to the realization that if they want to keep their territory safe, they need to make some very powerful allegiances with other spirits to act as watchdogs inside of the spirit world and the real world. And so that's what they're doing. The characters have gone and crossed over into the spirit world and are using one of their pack members, a spirit of surveillance named Igigi, or Igigi. Is it Igigi or Igigi? It's your spirit, Jen.
Felt like it was like Igigi because
Igigi?
of
Okay,
the,
so
hard,
it's
the hard sounds.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It would be if it was a Sumerian translation. So Igigi, or Ikiki, I guess would be another way. We'll go with Igigi.
This sounds good. Sounds good.
It sounds good, doesn't it, linguist? Amy's a linguist, so this
It's a
is.
good
You have
sound.
2 linguists here. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's true. I always think of you as a
And I do
librarian.
have
though.
anthropological
Oh,
linguistic
for God's
training
sake,
too.
yes.
I
And-
have
has a
done those
degree in it?
assignments.
I have a degree in linguistics too.
Yeah, the two of
Oh
us.
yeah, you have like almost as many degrees as me.
I have
Wait, do
degrees
you?
in
Hold on.
separation?
You have linguistics. You have GRS.
I have
you've got-
linguistics, Greek and Roman studies. I have a diploma in library and information technology, and I have a certificate in computer information systems.
It's the diploma where I beat you because I've got another BA instead of another diploma. So I'm
Yeah.
slightly ahead of you, which is not going to
We're
last.
not competing
Education
for numbers
race.
of degrees.
No, we're competing for debt amounts.
Oh.
Don't go for the high score. Come on,
Yeah.
guys.
Why not?
Please.
No, see, you win with the low score.
Shut up.
None?
Beat my 0.
Oh.
I was gonna say, I don't think I could beat Kelly with the high score because you had to deal with international.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
loans are American. So, all right. Where were we? So, linguist. Yes. So, Welcome, Werewolf the Forsaken is a game that is a game of savage horror. It is a storytelling game with some mature themes, violent content, and some spooky stuff. So, I just wanted to say this out loud. We put a disclaimer in front of the episode, but viewer discretion is advised, and this might not be good for people under the age of 16. Just because
fair.
it gets kind of gross at times.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just letting you
There
know.
are some mature themes.
The mature themes. And
If
with
you
that,
wouldn't let your kid watch Game of Thrones,
Maybe don't let them
maybe you
watch
shouldn't
this.
watch all of this.
If you don't like Game of... Oh, wait, never
if
mind.
you didn't like
Different
season
thing.
8 of Game of Thrones, you'll love this. But there are a lot of things you'd probably prefer. So, before we hop in, I just wanted to remind you all that we are using the mechanic called Putting It on the Line, where you put down an NPC connection as a risk condition for falling into Death Rage, also known as Karuth, the or Basuim and Wasuim, the overtaking werewolf mania. So right now from last game, I have Megan, you have your university BFF Liz Brantwood.
Yep.
Okay. You're going to keep her?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, play it forward. Claire, you have Mareka, who's your mentor.
Yeah.
Brighton, you have Ember Boos, a friend / gang member from or a member of your gang. That's different. And then you have put Lawrence Emerson on the line. Kate. Anybody gonna change these up? Okay. Then I will leave them there. Reminder that you can take additional ones to replenish willpower. However, that is quite a risk. I think that's about all that we have to say before we get in there. Everybody, I'm coming across okay?
Go. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Praline Creative. Good to see you. Subscribe to her page.
Do it.
All right.
Yes.
Do it. All right. So, without further ado, welcome to Season 2, Episode 5, The Watchers. Yeah, it's Werewolf on a Friday. It's great. And remind me to do a plug
Friday
for extra.
Wolf.
What?
Friday Wolf.
Friday Wolf. The story is true. There once was a woman named Danica Crowe. Never the prettiest, never the smartest, and the middle child of a family of 7. Her prospects were slim at best. She had no hope of college, no hope of a good career, and little hope of finding a good mate. All her life, people ignored her, took from her, or shunned her. And yet, for all she lacked, Danica never lost hope. She was born with a wide open heart, and was instilled with the love of her Savior at an early age. She took to faith openly, and loved her fellow man like a good Christian should. No matter what, she always had her faith. And she worked as hard as she could. In her 20s, she developed early onset arthritis, then fibromyalgia. Because of her heritage, doctors turned her away, scoffed at her, ignored her. Aspirin and ibuprofen for the pain were all that they would push, even though some days it was mild as a toothache, and some days so crippling she couldn't cry out in pain for the effort. And so she did the best she could. She medicated with weed and alcohol when she had to, She was careful. She was temperate. She tried to do her best. Danica worked a simple job at a convenience store. But when the chain was bought out by an American company, she was caught by the mandatory drug testing they instilled. She had been late twice that month, which made this a third strike. Under the new policies, she was let go. Her new boss refused a reference, even after a decade of service, and soon Danica moved from her small shared apartment on the west side to a shelter, and then to an alley with a partial overhang. She had tried to do her best. She had tried so hard for so long that Danica lost her hope. Danica lost her faith. Then one day, her bag was stolen, and her tent torn by angry drunks with cruel hearts. She spent her evening scouting for a place to sleep near the SkyTrain station. And that's where it all changed. As she hunkered down in a thin alley beneath the silvery sheen of the February moon, she heard a commotion from a nearby parking lot. Her alley gave her the perfect view, but a dumpster covered most of her frame. She watched as women turned into creatures with the bodies of wolves and tore at a man with a face like clockwork. She saw one of the women, not a few days later, departing the SkyTrain line. Danica had been asking for change, and then, suddenly, the small Japanese girl was there, unmistakably her. That's when Danica knew that it hadn't been a haze, that it had all been real. The next month passed in a blur. She tried to tell people. She tried to let them know the truth. For her efforts, she spent a few comfortable nights in a jail cell, more in a hospital psychiatric ward. But in the end, they believed her even less than they wanted to house a vagrant woman of her heritage. Danica had no hope left to lose. Destitute and hungry, she was let back out into the late winter streets to wander. Her belongings had been stolen. Her pockets were empty. Maybe she was crazy. She had no hope left in her to argue. She was 25 cents short of the SkyTrain ticket when the moon rescued her. She had intended to hurl herself in front of the train as it came into the station, but instead a moonbeam came to her. It guided her across town. There, she found a small church that had long since been abandoned by its original parishioners. A rusted for sale sign swayed in the breeze on browned grass. And yet, as she went inside, she found that the building wasn't abandoned, that a new congregation had assembled. This congregation embraced her as one of their own. They listened to her, they fed her, they welcomed her. A woman with black hair like hers named Diana asked all the right questions. She had all the right answers. She cared. And just like that, Danica Crowe had found her hope. Under the guidance of Mother Diana and her church, she now has a place. She knew what she had seen was real, that she was special, that she had been blessed. And so Danica Crowe found new faith in the Church of the Wolf. The story is also true. Igigi had not been intending to meet with the Watcher of Endless Eyes. The spirit was much higher in the choir than it was, but what other option was there? The little spirit of surveillance had to keep the wolves happy if it wanted their protection. Friendship? Sure. There was that too. It felt lucky to have been accepted as a member of the pack. It was like a secondary choir, but with scary guard dogs to protect it. And as it flew overhead, it observed the pack, 4 running wolves across the spiritual skyline, huge and glowing with silver brands of power gifted by the moon goddess. Only 4. Not as good of a deal as it had almost been, but still good. As they approached the bottom of the pack's territory, Igigi saw the target ahead of them and swooped low. As you run across, Igigi, of course, who is a inky black crow, like someone tried to draw a crow with a watercolor brush, the head of a security camera, one of the domed units that you see outside of banks, swoops down and lands on what appears to be the spiritual reflection of a mailbox up ahead. It waits for you to approach. Almost there.
Right?
Careful. It says in first tongue. Be careful.
What is it? Whatever the first tongue for obviously is.
I think it's just a growl, like. Rrr.
Grr.
Bit of a growl and a roll of your eyes.
A wolf rolling its eyes. That's seen everything.
Watcher. The Watcher is powerful. Would suggest care.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Questions? No mouths.
Grr.
He turns and gestures with a wing, and you see that there is a hunkered square building up ahead of you that is laced with pink and red vines that seem to choke it, cripple it, like ivy growing on an ancient building. And there, grumpy. Always grumpy. Careful.
It grumpy.
Yes. And you too. I'll wait outside.
Gnarled
Careful.
bare teeth. You
Careful.
Megan will just kind of do that weird kind of almost chuckle in the throat, like the kind of slight coughing sound.
One of those.
Yeah, kind of like the cough sound that dogs can do. But
Just like
not
that.
quite that bad.
When our dog does it, it is. All right. So, with that, Igigi will fly up and perch on top of a swaying phone pole that is blowing in the breeze like grass here. Above you, it is the first week of April. I believe it's April 7th still, which means that it is the Kahalith moon, pregnant and swaying in the sky above. So, Jen, because it's your moon, don't forget that any gifts that you try to activate operate with a +3 bonus. And you also... nobody here has the moon... The, death rage when you see your moon, right?
That's my one.
Okay.
Like that's
When
actually
people
already
howl-
happened.
Isn't that when we howl during the moon?
That's when you howl during the moon, right?
Well, that's the specific.
Yeah.
The common is you witness it. Passive is it is.
No, mine's all territory based.
Yeah.
So just
I don't think any of us are at the common ones yet, are we? We're all at specific?
I think you're all at specific at this point.
Yeah.
I'm all.
very good.
I'm definitely at specific because I haven't gone down in harmony yet.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
common is at 5, I believe. I was literally just on the harmony page. Cool. Alright, so... yeah, common is at 8 or 2. So you're fine. Alright.
We good, boo.
Your totem, Ubatu, the black dog, swirls up next to you. Much like a Gigi, or a Gigi, he looks like he has been painted with the remnants of an oil slick. His shape contorts and writhes slightly as he sits down. Strange how much he looks like a normal dog in silhouette out of the corner of your eye. But when you look at him, the eyes are too bright, too intelligent. It's unnerving, even for a werewolf. The building ahead of you is squat. It's wide and rectangular. You can kind of make out underneath the markings. Can I get everyone here to make me a wits and streetwise roll to see if you recognize what this building is? Do it at a -2 because it is pretty covered up.
Wits and streetwise?
Wits and streetwise.
Does my specialty have back alleys?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Hold on, I just need to grab predators real quick. 1 second.
Oh, my hair. Oh, my hair.
I have no
I made
idea.
mistakes. Mistakes were made. Okay, no.
Oh, I love that I can get up without it making a huge squeak. Okay.
How else are you to announce your presence?
Trust me, you know when I'm here. My voice is loud enough.
I know. Oh my god, fire my dice not getting back here. I don't think I have any penalties on this one.
You have the -2.
Right, -2. So
Oh my
nothing
god,
but
Taryn's in the chat.
Oh, welcome. No
Wait, what?
success. Big ol' 0. 0.
Yeah.
None.
0, 2.
One.
My turn. 2.
2? Alright, so 2 and 1, and that's it?
Yeah.
Alright, so glancing forward, you're going to see that this is an ambulance dispatch center. It's just at the very bottom of your territory, right where Kingsway meets up with Commercial. Interesting. As you're looking at it, the front door is quite large. It's stretched and oblong, taller at the top than it is at the bottom. And as you look, is anyone taking a step forward?
Yes.
As you step forward, the front door will open with that noise.
Good.
Ooh.
As you are looking at this building, like I said, it's a squat, pink and purple vine-covered building. It also has a number of these vines reaching out to trees and phone poles nearby. Almost like an octopus. It's sucking in motes of energy. You see tiny spirits of electricity and information surging along these tentacles. In and out, in and out, in and out, through tiny little cracks in the wall too large for you to fit.
Well,
Shall we?
I think that sounds like a invitation, so Megan is going to stride forward fairly confidently.
Brayton's also going to walk in pretty confidently. I will point out that out of character, I'll point out that you guys probably know I have a gift that might be good if I talk first, because I have that gift that improves first impressions.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
fair enough. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Megan will let you talk first. That's for sure. She's
I
not
just
gonna
figured
try
I'd
and-
remind you out of character that
No, that's
probably
We
good.
would know this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have used this in the past.
Me, the player, has been so busy, I don't remember, but Megan, on the other hand.
Of course we do. Perfect.
Perfect.
It's only been a couple days.
So yeah, walk in.
This place is carpeted. At least it looks that way. It's fuzzy. But as you put your foot down, you also remember that tongues appear fuzzy. The ground is warm under your feet and rolls slightly with your pressure, but is firm. Inside of this darkened building are motes of light flooding in through those cracks in the wall. In the center of the room, this wide room that's divided by honeycomb-shaped cubicles. Each of these cubicles is being held by creatures with limbs upon limbs growing out of their shoulders and backs and necks, clutching wires sparking to their faces and ears, listening, watching. It's deathly silent in here, aside from your footfalls. In the center of the room is a very large cable that is dangling from the sky, dangling from the roof. The cable is about this big around, like a fire hose, but on the tip of it is a security camera. What do you do?
What was the? It was the Watcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
That okay.
So,
I'm going to step forward, and I'm going to use my voice of glory, spend the essence, just to get that. I get it for the scene, so.
okay. Is there any penalty to that roll?
No, it's all it is I add my glory renown to any dice pools for expression and persuasion,
Okay.
And I automatically improve my first impression by 1 step.
Fantastic. All right. So, would you like to use social maneuvering for this scene then?
Yes, I would.
Okay, we can absolutely do that. So, social maneuvering, for those of you who are not used to it or don't know what it means, it's basically social combat. So, let me just pull it out because we rarely use it, and I like to leave it as an opt-in for players when they're trying to negotiate something, and not let them use it on each other because that's kind of weak. All right, so
Yeah.
the way that this works is you're going to be making first impressions. This creature has a number of doors that doors being basically its health levels. All right, so for the purposes of this, you guys are acting as a group. So I will take the best of your doors to see whether or not you've basically will be a kind of a group health. What is your goal as a group with this interaction?
Aren't we trying to negotiate with it to act as a source of information for the ongoings in our territory, especially relating to the pure and that weird, horrifying plague puppy?
Okay, so you want to convince it to work with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
All right.
relations.
So
Yeah, good relations.
that sounds good. This would not prevent it from resolving an aspiration, so it doesn't gain any additional ones. Let's see.
Something I would also like to remind is that at the end of last game, when we set off to do this, I said that I mentioned that I had something for binding agreements.
Yes.
So that is my binding oath, which is my second dot in my half moon gift.
Yeah.
So that's something just to keep in mind, that I can do that to create oaths and bind them and all that.
Yeah, and as an Elidoth, like, this is kind of your jam. I'm just kind of figuring I'm opening the door for you.
Yeah.
So if I help get us a good first impression, then you can step in and do the actual negotiating or binding oath or whatever.
So
Yeah.
what
That
you're
makes
going to do, because you are Uratha, you're werewolves, you're used to policing these areas, I know where your impression is generally not going to be favorable. It might not be hostile. In fact, it won't be hostile, but it'll be average is where you're going to start.
Cool.
So this gift improves you by 1 automatically?
Automatically by 1, yeah.
Okay.
Unless I'm attempting to inspire or incite violence and aggression, which I'm not right now, but that would put it up another 1, actually.
Okay. So there's also soft leverage that you guys can always use, which is gifts and bribes. Mechanically, it will basically be like a gift of something equivalent to like a merit dot temporarily. And what it does is it bumps your impression up another step.
Right. Okay.
The way impression works is that you make a negotiation roll, each negotiation to open doors. Average, you can do it once a week. Good, you can do it once a day. Excellent, you can do it once an hour. And a perfect impression, you can roll once a turn.
Ooh.
Also, you can leverage what you know this person wants. So if I learn one of your aspirations, I can leverage it against you to automatically deal a door to you.
Right.
Because I know what you want. It's okay. So you walk forward. What do you do?
Is there a way that I can roll something to maybe... Oh, do I have to talk to it first? To maybe figure out what it wants? Depending on what kind of spirit
You can
it is?
make me an intelligence and
Hard.
occult roll, or
Okay.
intelligence and... intelligence and empathy would also be acceptable.
Can I also, like, I have Voice of Glory, spend an essence instant. Can I also do my Know Thy Prey, which is also an essence and instant?
Mhm.
And if I can roll that, then I can. But it has to be on a character that I can perceive, so I have to wait till I'm there.
Yeah.
But I would like to do that.
Sure. And that one gives you knowledge of like what it is.
Yeah. So a success, I immediately know every name that the prey is known by, as long as someone else other than the prey knows it. Any alternate identity or fame. Aware of every allies, contacts, retainers, resources, staff, and status merits. With equal or fewer dots than successes rolled.
Okay. So let's go ahead and so you said you're approaching first, right, Brighton?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were already working on you, Claire. I'll ask you for your roll results after Jen rolls. Okay.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right.
And I get a +3 because it's my moon.
On
Is
gift
that it?
activation rolls, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
As you step forward in front of the rest of your pack, the ground goes from being squelchy to suddenly dry and hard. However, the air in here is humid, and you can feel your fur beginning to stand on end from the pressure. The camera, a little red light on top of it, begins blinking as you approach, and the tendril of flesh lifts it up, and you can see the lens inside dilate as it looks at you. What do you say?
First, I got 4 successes on the Know Thy Prey.
Know Thy Prey? Excellent.
Yeah.
So Know Thy Prey. So Know Thy Prey means that I have to give you all names. So its primary name, I don't have the first tongue prepared for this, but it roughly translates into the Watcher of or with Endless Eyes. It also is known as the Beholding One, or in some circles, Other Screen. And one little, you got 4, so there's one more name, which is Listener on the Line. Although those are lesser names. So this gives you access to all of its influences of level 4 or below. It has level 4. I'll give for spirits. I'll just give you its influences rather than so things that it can control. Electricity, information, and electricity, information, and curiosity. Curiosity is the lowest on those, though. It's only like a level 2. The other 2 are level 4. Which is probably how it can control all these spirits around it.
Then I will approach but not get too close to the camera, and just kind of, I'm going to lower my head respectfully.
Okay.
And say in first tongue, greetings to the Watcher with Endless Eyes.
A voice echoes through the floor. Claire, what did you roll?
2.
So 2. If it is a spirit of surveillance or information, the more information you can give it, the better. It might also have certain desires to wish to acquire more. Surveillance tends to be a very greedy thing.
Fair enough.
Wolves, comes a surprisingly high-pitched voice. Wolves in my belly. Hello, Brighton Lee.
Hello.
Kate. Powers. Kate. Is it Edwards? Was your adopted name?
Grant.
Grant, that's right. Sorry, my bad. Kate. Grant. Megan. Butler. Claire. Iwatani. Yoroshiku onegashimasu. Brighton Lee. Social insurance number. And it begins to rattle off your social insurance number.
That's not creepy at all.
719-324-896. Cellular phone. 778-112-2292.
Wouldn't it be 604?
No, Vancouver's also 778 now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Especially cell
And
phones.
They just got a
Yeah.
third one too.
Oh, it's getting hard now to tell where stuff is from.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I forget what the new one is.
Don't like it.
Present address. And it will rattle off your address. Why have you come?
We've come to negotiate with you. You obviously know a lot of information, and we would like to talk.
What do you bring me?
I'm gonna turn and look at Kate. This is your part of this.
Kate Grant Powers. Social insurance number 782-193.
Is it rude to interrupt it? As from what I know of spirits, if I stop
Depends on the spirit.
it. Mm. I
If
see
you,
you have knowledge. She will interrupt, basically. So we, just on that note, would shifting into near wolf make more sense for communication? Because I'm pretty sure we'd all be talking in first tongue, or should we shift?
Urshel, I believe Urshel still gives you the ability to speak. It did in first ed.
I think so.
Urshel or Dalu?
I'm just trying to think which one would make the most sense in terms of, from what we've learned, which forms do they seem most amenable to?
They
That's
don't
fair.
care.
They don't care? Okay.
Okay,
So
not
one
Garu.
of those two.
Because Garu,
Really?
you can't communicate in Garu. Garu means that you're gonna wreck
I
some
can
stuff.
communicate in
Aggressive
Garu.
negotiations, guys.
Yeah, not
Aggressive
aggressive.
I
negotiations.
can communicate destruction.
Yes. You can communicate one thing, and that is death.
Communicate.
So
I forgot that we were in Urhan. I did think we were in Urshel, so I would have shifted up to Urshel for first tongue abilities.
Urshel
Okay.
cannot communicate with humans, but can use first tongue with ease.
There we go. Okay, so
And in Dalu, probably
It's
just
kind of the opposite.
yeah, probably just you sound a little like Arnold Schwarzenegger when you're in Dalu.
okay, so I would be in then Urshel
Okay.
for this probably.
I think I prefer Urshel anyways for most stuff. It's
Me
got
too.
better bonuses.
I think we were in Urhan for speed, but that was about it.
The funny thing
Yeah.
is that Urshel actually gives you better speed.
Does it?
Oh,
Oh, in that
fair.
case, would we have all just been in Urshel then? Does that have made more sense? Because we were running
It's a
through.
+7 instead of a +5.
Smashy, snashy.
Right.
Good point. Yeah.
Smashy, smashy.
Because
Let's
we're
do that.
already
Bigger, longer
in-
legs.
We were already on the other side of the gauntlet, so
Yeah.
yeah.
we
Okay,
probably would have
Urshel.
been in Urshel.
Fine.
Retcon!
Retcon, you were in Urshel.
The whole
Yes.
time.
Okay. In that case, Kate will say something along the lines of, we understand you know much, or we can see that you are one who has much knowledge. You see
Yes.
much, you know much.
This I know.
And we know it too.
You bring me things I already know.
No, I seek to acknowledge you. Acknowledge your abilities and power in this area. And come to an agreement. We would ask that you provide us a service, and we, in exchange for something that we have, for something we can do for you.
They want to work for us. Do you hear? Suddenly all of the multi-armed processing creatures, the listeners, and the booths will suddenly stop. And you'll start hearing them banging on their desks. And yet, as it echoes through the room, it sounds like laughter.
Mm-hmm.
You want to work for us.
We want to work with you.
What will you give me, little wolf?
What do spirits want? Mostly essence or
It really depends. What do people want? Mostly money?
power?
Information.
Information? You could do something that is relevant to its existence. You could do something that benefits it in the long run.
So can I make a roll or something to figure out what that might be? What makes sense here?
Are you going to communicate with your pack at all about this, or just kind of wing it?
I mean, she said what she has said, and then it's kind of looking at her pack going,
Claire,
guys.
you had some inspiration there, and Brighton had a little bit of knowledge from Know Thy Prey. Is that anything that you would like to communicate over to Kate while she's up near the front of the group?
bullshitting?
Yeah. I think we got that. Did we get that it wanted more information from my role?
That would
was what we
definitely
got,
be
right?
that would definitely be up there. Yeah.
Okay.
Should I roll something potentially along like empathy to kind of figure out what it might want?
Yeah, because like I have empathy as well. I have my scent beneath the surface, but that's for figuring out if something is lying.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll tell you what. So add 2 points from Claire's original roll. Megan, if you would like to do a roll to help Kate here, go ahead and roll a wits and empathy roll to try to get a vibe. And Brighton, if you'd like to participate in this as well, you can. Claire, if you want to re-roll your previous roll, I'll allow it, but you'll have to take the worst of the, or you'll have to take whichever one. You'll have to take the second, even if it's worse.
Okay. Can I add willpower? I didn't the first time.
Yes, you can.
Oh. Okay. Let's go for it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
4.
4? Okay.
That's one of my 9 again skills.
One from me.
All right, Kate, so you're at +5.
Okay.
Yes,
Just
Brighton.
an out of character thing. So in character, I can probably glean that information would be valuable to this spirit. It's a spirit of information.
Yeah.
Out of character, I'm not sure what kind of information I could
That doesn't
provide.
already know.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Kate's kind of going like, you want information. You just said, I bring you information you already have, and seem kind of dismissive is the tone I'm getting here.
Yeah.
So it's like you want information you don't have, or some way to get information, but I don't know what we have that we can offer it that would meet that condition.
Well, how many successes did you get, Claire?
3.
3? All right, so Kate, roll with a +8.
Okay, so what am I adding to this? What did we decide what this was going to be?
Wits and
Was
empathy.
it my empathy? What's an empathy?
Wits and
Okay. I have a 3 for that. I have that. does my detect lies apply here as
No.
my specialty? Okay. Does my pack dynamics count here?
Yes, you are dynamic with your pack.
In which case, I should get a +3.
You should. This is kind of gross.
Yeah, but we've already seen what happened when I rolled like 20 dice the other day,
That's the way it
and
works.
I got no successes. So
I feel you.
I could spend willpower and add another 3, but this is not 9 again. That is one of my other skills. So.
Oh, by the way, you guys can force doors by doing hard leverage, like drugging, intimidating, blackmailing, kidnapping, and heavy-handed forms of coercion. They're bad though.
No,
Yeah,
I
let's
wouldn't
start out with the
recommend it.
easy form, and then if it doesn't work, we can always go with Taryn's suggestion of just fire.
I was gonna say the spirits are already a little unhappy with what we've been doing lately, so we did kind of go murder that electricity spirit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. On
behalf of a Magath.
Magath. Yep.
Which is even worse.
Yep.
Even worse.
So let's use this opportunity to try and mend some fences.
Oh my. 10 successes?
10 successes.
Nice.
Ooh.
I think. Let me just double count that again. Yeah, that's 10 successes.
Okay.
Yay!
Information is only important. When is information the most valuable? When you're the one who has it. And when no one else has your information. Then it becomes a commodity. Commonly held facts are about as useless as they come. But a secret? Why is your social insurance number such a important secret? Because only a few people know it. Why are languages important? Because only select groups of people tend to know them. Why are church doctrines important? You start to think of the ability of secrecy and of silence, and you think that you might have a potential idea. Spitball with me, Amy. What do you think this means? What do you think are some good things that a spirit would want? If having exclusive rights to information, and not just petty personal information, it would have to be big information. This spirit looks like it's quite potent. As you sit and talk amongst yourselves, what do you think?
Like information about potentially other spirits, about a powerful spirit in particular, about Uratha?
Potentially.
About the gauntlet, about the...
True. Maybe something mundane too. Maybe there's a way to provide more information in general, because information also functions kind of like a faucet. But what does it not already have access to is another question. Well, it seems to be perched in a governmental database right now.
Yeah.
So this is an ambulance and dispatch station, which means that it's probably attached to police lines. Probably attached to, of course, health and fire lines.
Yeah.
So its knowledge seems to be institutional.
Yeah, other government buildings too.
Yeah, so it probably has information from that, and it pulled your SIN number, pulled details that you would have on job applications, and your taxes is what it managed to pull at you.
Yeah, I know at my job I have ambulance dispatchers in email. I don't contact them, but they're listed there.
Just a kind of a weird question here. So it's got information about that, but what about information about, like, I don't know, people's dating profiles? Could we get it hooked up to like a dating network?
You could, yes.
I was going to suggest we could
that's
also
a
have
whole
something
bunch of personal information that doesn't go onto your like.
Just install TikTok. It'll be fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was going to say we could.
Can we do that?
We could offer something like always running like a dash cam, so it would get normal site information.
Yeah, something like that. You could install security cameras everywhere around your domain, and then have it broadcast to a website that other people could stumble across.
I like the chat idea. Aaron, thank you. That's basically where I was going with this.
That's what I was thinking too.
Can we give this
or leave it, like, have it on a cell phone that's always plugged plugged in and always on never goes to sleep.
There's that, I guess.
So it's always logged in, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the Tinder profile idea.
Really like a Tinder profile idea.
Tumblr. Tumblr's not as interesting
No.
anymore. They
But the TikTok one, get it hooked up to a
get it hooked up on a Huawei phone with TikTok, and we're set.
Oh my goodness.
It would have so much information, so
It
much
would.
data mining.
Yeah.
And
Already
yeah,
set up for it.
all sorts of algorithms on those sites.
Mm-hmm.
Would hook it into the Chinese government.
Yeah.
This thing, yeah. Anyway, so what do you say?
Well, are you as the storyteller trying to lean me away from the Tinder idea?
I am wondering how you would do that without reception in the spirit world.
That's a good point. I don't know, because that's another thing, we don't know exactly how it connects to these things. So it's perched in the building. Does it have, if it's in the building, does it have a way to connect to that somehow if it's got all this information? Or how does it pull it? Where does it get it from?
Because this is an abstract idea, what I'm going to do is take that incredible success that you have, and I'm going to give you some advantages on your next roll to try to persuade it.
Okay.
So I'm going to basically give you on your roll to kind of negotiate things. I'm going to give you exceptional success on 3, and I'm going to give you 9 again on this roll. Basically, like you had got a condition forward on this. In fact, I could honestly just give this thing a condition real quick. I always forget these cards exist. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So let me see if there is a card that particularly.
Because yeah, like how would we hook it up to like a phone if it doesn't have reception either? Like, would we need to physically connect it to it somehow? Like, how would this work?
That is definitely
like.
It's like even if we could like leave a cell phone here that it could connect to, there isn't necessarily the reception, but it might provide the link to the outside world.
What about, but it's a reflection of the outside world. So what if there was something that we could connect to the ambulance place, or like some way that we could connect or leave a cell phone somewhere or something like that in its reflection in the outside world.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grant you the inspired condition, Amy. So Kate is going to be able to expend this to gain a so you're going to gain a point of willpower, and exceptional successes on the next roll related to your inspiration only require 3 successes. What I'm also going to do is I am going to give this creature the... not swaggering. I'm going to give it the swooning condition, because it's the closest thing I have to what I want to do.
Okay.
So basically, you've got a great vibe off this, and the next thing you're going to do is kind of, it is going to be more well disposed towards your attempts.
Okay. So let's just to confirm, I have the 3 successes counts as an exceptional.
Yep.
And I get 9 again.
And you're on a +2.
And 9 again, or no 9 again? Do we take
and
that
9
away?
again. I'll give you 9.
And 9 again. +2. Plus.
Quick thought: if it's basically like built of security cameras, and that seems to be like its spiritual representation, what about if like we offered to install security cameras on like owned dwellings, so like my house and stuff like that?
Like I said, that might be a good opening bargain.
I'm not really open to like having the stream just randomly connected to some rando website that anybody can log into, but if we're giving it more representation, more eyes, essentially, that at least that's my thought, is that it should have a spiritual way to connect to those, or take them over, because it's the choir master of those spirits.
And the way you're thinking, actually, honestly, installing fake security cameras also would even do the job too, because it makes people feel watched.
That's true.
Oh.
Like, you know, the fake security camera bubbles that people put in?
Yeah.
Like, even like Brighton could potentially do one on, say, the balcony, pointing out, saying, hey, I saw somebody sketchy hanging out in the back area, looking like they were going to try the balcony sort of thing. I just want to put this up, guys, just to warn them off. It's fake. But that's what it is, guys.
Yeah,
sort of
this
thing.
could cost you a decent amount of money, but this could be a good option. So, all right. So, Kate, what do you want to do? That was a good one, Megan. Good job.
Yeah. So, yeah, Megan brings that up as like a hate thing, because Kate's definitely thinking the Tinder profile, the route. So, someone so if you
That's
interject that,
an easy thing that you can offer as well.
Yeah.
But this would be a good start, I think.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, we'd like to come to an agreement in a trade of sort, like to trade with you. We could help you expand your influence in a couple of ways. One would be to help, you'd have install fake security cameras to make people feel like they're being watched, so you would have greater power. More eyes. And another would be to install an actual camera, which would give you a direct feed of information, though that I could only do on a more limited basis.
How many?
Would I be able to know about the price of a security camera with like computers
you
and
can make me a
intelligence?
wits and computer or an into computers roll.
Can I make works in a business that is not security patrolled in a downtown part of Vancouver and a building?
No, because you're not management. You never had to buy them.
No, but it does happen.
Base one on Amazon is $40.
Yeah.
Two.
All right, so Claire, it's about $40 per
For the fake ones or the real ones?
for the real ones.
For the very basic real ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the,
very
the
basic.
1080 or pardon me, like the
Yeah.
the 540p.
1080p
Oh, 1080p.
surveillance
Damn.
Wi-Fi camera with night vision.
Yeah,
Yep.
you guys
basic.
could probably afford like 10 of those.
Kate can't right now. She doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
Claire's got resources too, and yeah, Megan.
I'm currently resources big ol' 0.
I've got
Oh,
resources
wow.
1 for the month.
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks,
It's
sir.
really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay, Serb. Pays more
So-
than my actual job.
How many?
So,
How many new eyes? I have so many eyes. I would love more. And as it says that, you see that the vines that reach up the walls split, and you hear as several lenses begin to stretch out of the fleshy tapestry of the wall.
too many eyes.
You're being watched by about 30 security cameras now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know, Megan will lean into Kate and just kind of like, I can afford a turn. Easy.
Claire's gonna lean in and say, we could also do like a certain amount per month to keep this ongoing.
We're gonna run out of places to put them.
That's true, but then we would do a fewer amount.
Maybe lump number and then offer essence.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ongoing.
How about we could give you 10 more eyes? And then potentially an installment of essence each month for a term of.
I have no need of essence, little wolf, but I will accept the 10 eyes
All right. Makes sense.
as a starting offer.
Yeah. Now, we could also install some fake ones, as I said, to increase your influence. That one we could probably do maybe 10 of those as well.
Not just on your places.
How do you mean? Not just our territory or our personal residences?
Not just your personal ownership.
Yeah, we can install them elsewhere as well.
Yeah, the fake ones wouldn't be too hard. Just have to avoid any real ones while you do it.
Yep.
Make me a... I want you to make me a... This is going to be a weird roll. Because they tell me to make these weird rolls. So depending
Their
on
spirits, of course, they're weird.
You know what? This is a persuasion roll. This still is a persuasion roll. So this is going to be...
Presence or manipulation?
Yeah, I think it actually in this singular one. So each interval you may make a roll to open doors. Some of the rolls might not be social. For example, if your character is trying to win someone's favor, fixing his computer with an intelligence plus computer roll could open a door. But this is literally bargaining. So
Yeah.
I think that manipulation plus persuasion in this case, because negotiation is more fine detail than just presence.
Yeah. So manipulation plus persuasion, and now this one has that
Has 9 again?
plus 2 to it, and from that thing, I'm gonna spend a willpower.
That sounds great. Are you burning your cards?
What?
Are you going to burn your inspired card to gain?
Uh,
Oh, actually, you don't have to burn it.
It
Never
doesn't
mind.
have to resolve. What is the resolve condition for or resolving for the condition?
So basically, you spend inspiration to spur yourself to greater success. No, you do have to resolve it. You can choose to resolve this condition to turn a exceptional success into 3 instead of 5, and to gain a willpower point.
Yeah. So basically, roll the dice and then
Then
If-
burn the card.
burn the card if you have fewer than 5 successes,
Yeah.
Okay.
or between 3 and 5 successes.
Right. So in that case, I'm adding the 2 to the roll. Add 2 to roll.
You're adding a total of 5 to the roll. Yeah.
Spending willpower to add to it, and then I have the
9 again.
that was so plus 3 from willpower, plus 2 from that, and I've got the persuasion and those guys there because I only have 3 manipulation. Okay, let's see how this goes. Good. Wish me luck. Oh, okay. I can live with that.
Can I live with it?
I don't know.
So you know the subject's vice, so I will say, okay. So your impression
What
is...
the frick? Okay, it stopped.
How many
7.
success? 7?
7.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Pay for this later.
Good. That will be an excellent start. However, that will be a monthly fee. Every time that the moon turns, you will have to do this service for me.
Install
you-
more cameras?
Yes, unless we renegotiate terms. But I don't know if I can trust you. I
Funny.
need...
Not the same thing. Shall we have a binding agreement?
I want you to do something specific for me.
What might
As
that be?
a gift. There is a place nearby, in your realm, in the other realm, the realm of flesh.
Mm-hmm.
It has been causing me trouble. I wish you to destroy it so that it no longer can cause me trouble.
So you want us to destroy it or make it so that it cannot cause you trouble? Which of the two is the most important?
Yes.
It must be destroyed? What if it causes you trouble after being destroyed?
It won't.
What is it?
A business.
Which business? I need to know so we know where to locate it.
192-5 Kingsway. Don't Google it, I just pulled it out of my butt.
Do I know what that is?
It's to keep no,
No.
not even
Probably not.
remotely.
Okay.
A business called Hedgewall VPN.
I can see how that might be troublesome.
I would like it removed. If you do this thing and keep your bargain, what do you wish of me, little wolf? To watch your boundaries, to tell you when other smelly dogs cross over?
Specific ones. Ones that have brought...
Narrow it down. They offered for just werewolf.
We need to know the business of... Are the pure referred to as Uratha as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, of specifically relating to Uratha. We need to know...
So you don't wish to know about visiting spirits?
Okay, we'll look at the others.
Good too. Yeah.
We would like to know that, yes.
We would like to know about visitors.
Yes.
That seems acceptable. Then we have an agreement. I will help you with many eyes. You will destroy this business. And in return, when you come back to me after destroying the business, I will be happy to let you know the whereabouts of one foreign spirit.
One foreign spirit and any visitors who cross over?
Yes,
Sure.
as part of our deal, but to meet your sweetness with sweetness.
The gift for the gift.
The spirit that is beyond our borders.
Within your borders.
No, currently visiting foreign spirit, I think.
Oh, I see.
One that is causing much trouble that you may be interested in.
Yeah.
Is this yes, guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing this giant direwolf turning around and wagging its tail in the question mark wag. Like, you know, the dogs have a specific, okay, wag.
Yeah. So just to reiterate out of character, so that I'm sure I'm following along. The cameras and the fake cameras are in exchange for ongoing telling us about visitors and stuff. The gift of destroying the business is met with the gift of telling us about this one spirit.
Yep, and it's also just a requirement for starting the relationship.
Yeah.
So at this point, then Kate will want to have this like the binding oath.
All right. So binding oath is what you. It's what you can do, or is it one of your gifts?
It's one of my gifts.
Okay.
It's I spend an essence, and I have a dice pool, which if it is contested, but it's usually taken. Oath is taken voluntarily.
Mm-hmm. And this is an Elidoth gift, right?
Yeah, it's an Elidoth. It's a half-moon gift. The
Binding
second
oath.
dot.
All right.
Yeah. Page 119.
Versus resolve and primal urge.
The success, it binds both parties. Any attempt to break the oath by the other party must fight against the facet's power. An action that would break the oath even unknowingly suffers a penalty to its dice pool equal to the Elidoth's honor renown. For me, it's just 2, but you know. This penalty represents circumstances conspiring against the would-be oathbreaker as the world flings obstacles in their path.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and make the roll.
Okay. So I spend the essence. Whoop. And then it is. Let me see. So and I've used that inspired condition. It's been burnt. It's gone.
No, you didn't have to because you got 7.
You didn't have to.
Oh, okay. So I can add that then. So I still add the plus
so let's
2 to
burn
my
this right
roll
now.
because it's persuasion. Persuasion. Plus.
And then
That plus persuasion plus.
so you'll get a this is a gift roll, but it's using social stats, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you an
Versus
additional.
resolve and primal. It's versus resolve and primal urge.
I will give you an additional 2 on this.
Okay. Additional 2. Okay. My resolve is that. That's my resolve. Okay. Resolve. Then persuasion plus.
Good job, by the way, Brighton, bumping that up. Actually,
Honor.
like between that and the swooning, you guys got up to an excellent impression.
2 plus 2 more. And you said you're giving me an extra plus 2?
No, just the basic plus 2.
Just the basic plus 2 from the
Swooning.
swooning. Okay.
It's a different condition. You had 2.
Oh, they have swooning, so it's a yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because you got 10 successes. Because
Okay.
it's ridiculous.
Yes. I will never roll this again. Something's happening today. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's a Friday game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little out of it too because I've been planning Extra Life all weekend, or for all weekend.
But yeah, the first impression thing for this Voice of Glory is really what I seem to be using it for. Even though,
what am I
if
doing?
I were the one rolling expression or persuasion rolls, I'd be able to add my glory to it. But
That'd be pretty good.
not me. But that's okay, because the first impression part was the important part.
Okay. I think I have the right combination here. I think I'm rolling. Oh, plus honor. Shoot, I almost forgot 2 dice. That was gonna be bad. Oop. That yeeted onto the ground. But 1 second.
Just yeet
So
it.
this gives me 9 again if I'm burning the card?
No.
Or no?
That was just on that first roll.
That first roll. Okay.
The past tense of eat is yot.
Yot.
Wow.
No, that was that
Does
one.
that mean that Jotunheim is where?
Oh my
You want me to
gosh.
go try and get that dice, or do you want me to roll that 1 dice again?
Whatever's faster.
Okay, that one's like on the floor over there. So,
Jotunheim.
okay.
Yeah, I've had long discussions about the tenses of yeet.
Of course,
That's
you're a
all.
linguist.
Yep.
Linguists do as linguists do.
And
Unless
actually,
they-
linguists are having long discussions about like
Slang, because that's
slang. Yeah, new
But we
slang
do.
and
5 successes.
nice.
5 successes.
Nice.
All right. 5.
Does that make it an exceptional?
It is exceptional. You're exceptional. Good job. So that means that you know when either party breaks it and what they
By
did
which
to break
party?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I know what they did, but I know who did it or which party broke it.
And why. There we go.
Sure. Now, I realized maybe I should have checked this before. Is this just between me and the spirit, or is this between the pack and the
It's between
spirit?
the
or is it
pack and the
between-
spirit because you are 2 binding parties.
Good. Okay. Because if one person in the pack breaks it for some reason, are we able to know? Would I know which pack member it was, or would it just be the pack broke it?
Because of the exceptional success, you know who breaks it.
Okay.
Picture this like a peace talk between like 12 people. You know which one of them shot Franz Ferdinand.
Okay.
Or the Archduke, whichever.
Nice.
All right.
Cool. We did the thing.
How do you do that? Do you just force
No.
your essence in? And did you roll the +3 from your moon?
Not hers.
It's not my moon anymore.
Oh,
It's
you're
not my
right.
moon anymore.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Mhm. No.
All right.
So no, I did not. Which is good.
So with
Yeah, it
that,
would've
you
been-
bind the agreement.
Mhm.
There's a quick sensation over all of you as the agreement locks down, an assurance that this is what will be done.
Mhm.
Good. Igigi spoke highly of you. What an interesting turn of events. You are very interesting, little wolves. What you did some days ago has sent many of the smaller spirits aflutter. So many of them are curious for information about you. Happy to help. As soon as you take out the business, I'll provide you with the information you need.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yes. And with that, you step outside, taste the cool, slightly mildewy air that floats around this area of the shadow. And what do you do?
I guess head back to the locusts and cross back over to the den.
All right.
Unless we want to try and destroy the business somehow from here, but I don't think that's really doable, is it?
Well, actually, since we're here, we might as well check it out spiritually.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Because it's going to be right
Before
nearby.
we go back,
Mhm.
and then we'll research it in the real world.
Yeah.
Figure out the best way to.
All right.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we can always look across, too.
True.
All right. So with that, you head over in the spirit world towards Hedgewall VPN.
That's not creepy at all as a player. Hedgewall?
Nothing wrong
really?
here. This is fine.
It could have been Atlantis VPN.
No, thank
Both
you.
are bad.
Both are
Both are
bad.
bad.
Do you know how many
Though at the
VPNs?
same time.
Do you know how many VPNs I had to veto? I was working with Camille on this, going through like 6 different VPN names a minute, being like this one, this one, this one. Then we kept Googling them, and we're like, it's taken. That's why they're not
It's
quite
real.
Well, I don't want to use a real VPN. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be like NordVPN. You're destroyed.
Yeah, no.
You know. So
Yeah.
as you head over toward Hedgewall VPN's headquarters and prepare to scope it out in the spirit world, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello and welcome back to Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park, Season 2, Episode 5, The Watchers. Sorry for the extended break. We were talking about drugs mostly. Just drugs.
We
talking
were on
about
walkies.
We got distracted by talking about how several of us have ADHD.
Yeah, we're like,
Go figure.
it's true. So thank you so much. And we were talking about, I was drinking coffee, which I'm not supposed to drink it with my ADD meds. So welcome back to Werewolf the Forsaken, the Bitches of Brewery Park, Season 2, Episode 5. I'll probably cut the YouTube in there.
Good.
As we last left the pack, they were traversing the shadow. You run the gamut across your territory. Although, to be fair, the section of Kingsway that you should be making your way to is actually only about 6 blocks from here. A quick jaunt. As you rush down the road, what you will see is that there are a number of creatures. Above you, electricity spirits known as trapped lightning, the Hespar Nimhir, whip across vines and power lines. Laying in the gutters, rolling down the road, are the artificial spirits, the any shapes, the Saflafa. Some of these words, man, they're great. Air elementals swirl by, and overhead you can hear the crackling of wind spirits combining with rain to deliver smatterings of bright yellow drops of rain, incandescent oil almost dripping from the sky at a certain point. And there, after short order, you will find yourself at the base of a pretty standard-looking office building. It looks like the reflection of a building that was built some generation ago. Probably, given this area of town, sometime in the 1990s, probably. It's not terribly tall. In fact, it barely looks any different in the shadow. There's nothing terribly remarkable about it. However, Give me 1 sec, guys. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. We'll start with. Okay. So that is. I forgot I hadn't done something real quick. However, what you will notice is that lingering around the building, much like you would find homeless people lingering around the base of some of the office towers downtown, are several spirits dressed in long, dripping cloaks. Seems not what you expected, actually, because as they wander around... Let's see... Which ones are we talking about? There we go. You will see dark, low-hanging fog banks. There are other spirits wandering these areas, and these fog banks swirl around them. These long, draping cloaks that they are wearing, curling around like a cat's tail around an unexpected ankle. As you see this, there's one shape that wraps around a spirit that wanders forward. It's a spirit of artificial things, plastics. It looks like a humanoid creature made of garbage bags. Like one of those garbage bags that you stuff garbage bags into for, to use as garbage bags in the future.
Yeah.
It crinkles as it moves. And then you'll watch these dark shapes wrap around its legs and torso. And it begins to whisper, just loud enough that you can hear. You will never be worth anything. You will always be expendable. Soon they will even not allow you to be given out. Soon the humans will shun you. They'll charge for your presence and then discard you. You'll be replaced. Canvas is so much more environmentally friendly. As it says that, out of the coiling, writhing smoke, a skeletal, weeping face will suddenly emerge. And that's what's whispering into this creature's ear, whatever should be an ear. What do you all do? As you're looking around...
Like, is this just a spirit of, like, an internet troll or something?
Well, actually, let me just roll real quick to see how smart these things are, because they might do something stupid.
Going after the spirit of garbage bags. Plastic bags. It seems like, if I understand correctly. Yeah?
Yeah, it's a spirit of plastic, basically.
Okay.
One of these spirits is... Actually, can I get all of your defenses, please? Who has the lowest defense?
Probably
boy.
Kate, honestly, but let's just see here.
Might also be me.
It's true.
Still an Urshel, yes. The defense doesn't change, never mind.
You said defense?
Defense.
What's plus athletics?
7.
7? Okay.
5.
Mine says 3.
So it's the lower of your dex or wits plus your athletics.
Yeah, I have 1 point in athletics, and I have dex 2, which is lower. So 3. My defense is 3. And in Urshel, it doesn't change.
Nope.
So 3. It's 3.
That sounds great to me. I don't know about you. I just have to look something up real quick. One moment, please.
This is why I always buy athletics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought
and second, they make it a prerequisite, basically.
Yeah.
Vancouver.
I figured Brighton spent enough time on running around on the streets to be like, some athletics.
Amy, can you do me a favor? Can you have
Yes.
Kate roll wits Ooh, actually, one moment, please. I have to roll something. Yes. Can you roll me a wits and composure plus primal urge -2?
Okay. I shall do this roll in a second.
You shall.
Well, that dice was really cocked. Okay. Zero successes.
Zero
It's just
successes. All right. Would you
nothing.
like to turn this into a dramatic failure?
Sure.
All right.
been a while.
Gain a personal beat.
We're gonna do personal beats with those? Okay.
For dramatic failures and for aspirations, yes.
Yay.
Because that seems like something that you can kind of monitor yourselves. As you are keeping an eye on this and watching, you don't notice, but one of these creatures curls up around you. It rises up to your ear, and in first tongue, you will start to hear it whisper in your ear. Except that's not what you hear. You hear a sweet, lovely voice. Your ex-fiancée, Addie. Perfect. You hear her voice flawlessly, like she's next to you. Whispers in your ear. You're such a loser. There's a reason I broke it off. You're pathetic. There's nothing about you worth salvaging. I wouldn't have even stayed so long if I didn't think that you weren't strong enough. That you probably would have just ended it by now. But then I realized you wouldn't even get that right.
So if we could hear this thing whispering to the other spirit,
You can
we hear what it's saying to
Yes.
Kate?
You can absolutely hear that it is saying the equivalent of that in first tongue. However, you will not hear it in Addison's voice. Now, this is a flawless hallucination. In fact, because of your dramatic failure, I'm going to impose a condition on you. I am going to impose the Berserk. Nope, not that one. That would.
I mean,
Oh no!
I am going to give you. Let's see. No. A lot of the conditions, the only problem I have with the conditions is their names don't really do what they do. Like, there was one I just looked at that was Delusion, and it's not quite what I want, you know?
Yeah.
Atavism, madness, demoralized. I'm going to give you the demoralized. Your character's demoralized and hesitant in the face of the enemy. By spending a willpower point only adds 1 dice to your attack. No, that doesn't work either. Damn it. Demoralized sounded like it would be great.
there's got to be a way to adjust conditions or something that we just haven't looked at close enough.
You can make up. You know what? I'm going to give you shaken.
Okay.
So it's not frightened. It's just that you are like emotionally shaken. You may opt to fail your next roll, or anytime your character is taking an action where fear, or in this case insecurity, might hinder you, you can fail the roll and resolve this condition. This condition may be imposed by undergoing a breaking point roll. Possible sources facing a breaking point. I think that in this case, this is... Oh, you know what? Do you think this is worth a breaking point for Kate?
Maybe? Yeah?
Towards
maybe.
spirit or flesh?
Ooh. Well, if it was... Is she acting more... Because aren't breaking points like what they're more leading you towards? Like if you're killing, there's like for killing a spirit would be breaking point towards
So
flesh.
this is a breaking point towards spirit.
Yeah, because we've just been
So
dealing
make
with...
me a resolve and composure roll at a +2 real quick.
+2?
Yes, because you've interacted with your spirit touchstone recently.
Right. Okay.
Wait, does it balance out? Do you get the +2 on both directions? I guess you do.
You do at this point, yes.
Yeah. So, and you interacted with your loon. So, or pardon me, with your.
Yeah, my loon.
Oh wait. However, it's you need to fail this roll. That's right.
+2 to resist a harmony gain is the spirit one. And then for flesh touchstone is +2 to resist harmony loss. So I think it depends on which direction it's going. So if it's towards spirit,
towards that, if you fail the roll, you lose a point of harmony.
yes.
Yes.
I think. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think she'd get the +2 because she would have had to interact with her flesh touchstone if she's heading towards
Spirit? Oh, you're right. And what's your flesh touchstone is Addie. So
Yeah.
oh, you know what? Because it's Addie, I'm gonna give you a -2 on this.
Okay. So you said resolve plus what to
Resolve and composure.
and then it's a -2?
It's a -2 because this is directly targeting your insecurities about your touchstone. I love your characters, Amy. They're always such great magnets for this stuff.
I failed.
Did you fail? All right, congratulations.
Failed.
You've lost a point of harmony.
Cool.
What are you at now? 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. I am now at 5. Yes.
5 is perfect. Actually, it's the best place
Yeah,
to be.
it's where you want to be.
So let's just keep it here.
Keep it
Let's
there.
not.
All right. So with that, you all see this thing whispering into your ear, and you are going to feel something inside you kind of go a little jelly-like. What does everybody do?
I'm gonna try to like shoo it away from her.
Yeah, can I snarl
cool.
at it and like?
Yeah, it can't mess with my packmate.
All right. Yeah.
Can I assist Jen
she's
on that
down.
snarl?
Okay.
Tails between legs.
So what we're gonna do
Very
is,
defeated-looking behavior.
Claire, why don't you go ahead and give me a? Are you just gonna try to bite it, like just kind of, or are you trying just to spook?
Smack it.
Smack it. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a strength and brawl roll.
Cool.
However, and you guys give me a presence and intimidation roll. Jen, your primary actor. Kate, yes.
Point. This sounds like Addie. I think it's Addie, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're attacking her.
3.
If you look at it though, do you see Addie?
No, unfortunately,
No.
I had to pick one sense.
That's okay,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, still, like,
Oh,
if
do I?
I'm hearing, if I'm not paying close enough attention and I hear them attack, and I see them attack or feel them attack, if I haven't gotten a good look at it, might respond reflexively. Just maybe not.
I would
but-
think more that you'd be surprised and shocked, and have a beat of being back on your
I'm
heel.
gonna give them this round, and if it progresses beyond this round, then
Yeah, like I wouldn't think it would be immediate, but like if after they attack.
If you're
Depending on how
attacking
you
me,
think that
do
would
it at a -4. My defense is 4.
Okay.
Intimidation. I got 3 successes.
3 successes, and that's with the bonus from Megan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think if the thing still like screams or makes a noise of pain after being attacked, and it still sounds like Addie, then she will probably respond.
What did you get, Claire?
2 to smack.
Okay, you're just trying to hit it.
I'm just smacking, like bitch
Okay.
slapping it.
All right. So, are you
Sorry.
in your Urshel form? You're in your direwolf form.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you're just gonna paw it in the face?
Wait a second. That means I
Stab.
have strength +2.
Oh yeah. So roll 2 more dice, please.
Yeah,
Punch a bitch.
I forgot.
Please don't.
So 3.
3.
Successes.
All right.
Yeah.
Please punch the spirit.
So you are going to smack into the side of this spirit and kind of knock it a little bit. With that, Brighton, can you roll 2 more dice?
Sure.
Since you're snarling after this thing has been physically harmed.
No more successes.
No more
A
successes?
4 and a 2.
All right, so as you're shutting your eyes against this sound, Kate, you will hear the sound of a growl and something colliding with this as Claire basically body checks the spirit off of you. The spirit is going to rise up kind of mistily like a snake almost, and you'll see a skeletal face kind of emerge from beneath the shroud of mist. It looks like it's made of the smoke that comes out of an old car's tailpipe. That black rolling coal. What? I'm hungry.
She's ours. Back off.
She belongs to another. Look at how she suffers. Delicious.
Not food.
And with that, it will start to float away from you. I did the mental math that you are four and I am 1, so I succeeded on my mental roll. But as it starts to float away, Kate, you're going to feel soft, smooth, pale fingers wrap through the fur around your muzzle. And Addie is going to walk around you. This time you can see her. And she leans down and puts her forehead against yours. You could be so much better. But you're letting these bitches hold you back. If it wasn't for them, you have enough women in your life. And then she'll just vanish. The spirit is going to float off, but you feel heavy-hearted and grief-stricken. What do you all do?
I'm gonna go and, like, lean against Kate if she lets me.
Sandwich her in the cuddle
Just
pile.
like we're here.
It's just like, sit down, lie down, head down.
Can I roll empathy to make like the best decisions possible for the cuddle and like making her feel
I
better?
need you to make me a cuddle roll. So that is going to be
with Megan, the primary actor.
With Megan's the primary. Oh yeah, let's do this. Okay, so this is going to be a
teamwork.
This is going to be composure plus empathy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I also have draw people out and body language as specialties in empathy.
I'll give you body language.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, or draw people. I'll give you one of the two. You can only ever have one.
I'll take one.
Claire, would you like to roll this as well?
No.
Wants to give me more dice.
I have a chance dice.
Roll it. I want to see what you get.
I want you to.
Oh, 4?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have like 4 composure and only 1 empathy, but you know.
This is my 9 again roll, by the way.
You're not gonna do it?
I got a 9.
Oh, that wouldn't have mattered anyway, but
no, she's just like, they're there.
Pat.
You
pat. Growls at it.
Make it worse.
Pat.
Yeah. You're standing watch while we deal with this.
Yeah, basically. I'll probably just turn my attention back towards the building.
all right. So as you watch the building, you just don't understand this level of weird emotion. It's just not you.
Yeah, no, it's not me.
7.
7?
Yeah.
All right. So they try to comfort you a bit. You're still going to be, you're still going to have this condition attached to you. You'll still be shaken.
Mm-hmm.
But it does feel kind of nice to have your friends around. You'll be able to function a bit more normally. You can kind of snap out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
and it's her pack, which is like her
So
kit,
kind of
right? So
Yeah.
also hopefully kind of like reinforcing that pack is good.
Pack is good. However, you are going to feel in your heart like your breakup just happened again a minute ago with full force. Like, it's that feeling post-breakup where it feels like someone carved a hole into your chest. And nothing feels right. It's very similar to, like, when a loved one dies in a lot of ways. It's a very similar sensation. Which I'm sure you can equate to different things in your life, of course. But as you guys are doing that and kind of pulling her out of it, it's going to take a minute. But Claire, what are you looking for?
I guess I'm trying to figure out how it will function in the other side.
Sure. What I'd like you to do is make me an intelligence plus investigation roll to kind of just search around the area. See what you can find.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. So doing a quick search around the area, it doesn't actually seem... it's not so much that you failed, so much as there's not terribly much there to see. It's an office building. It's about... did I say how many floors it was already?
Maybe? I don't think.
It's 6
I don't
floors.
think so. Okay.
Or about the same height. They kind of blur together in the spirit world, but you think that it's probably about 6 floors and kind of a 90s revisionist model. And as you are looking around, there's really not terribly much that's interesting about this building, unfortunately. You think that you'll probably have to go in through either... There's maybe a parking lot underneath this. There's curbside parking. You can actually see, you get a sense that there are a number of spirits of vehicles that are kind of rolling around the street right next to this. In fact, as you are watching, you're going to be broken off from your investigation as you see what looks very much like a mantis wearing a large shell crawling down the road, vaguely reminiscent of a Volkswagen Beetle. When suddenly, in the distance, you'll hear... And out of nowhere from around a corner, a sleek, claw-tired vehicle is going to overtake this this Volkswagen spirit. Very much like a panther stalking its prey, the sports car spirit, the spirit of speed and danger, is going to leap out of nowhere and start to rip it apart, devouring its essence as it screams to death in front of you. Except its screams are the sound of squelching tires and broken glass. And that's how you help players feel better about a failed roll. Is anybody else doing anything?
I am going to cast or activate my slip away.
Okay.
Basically, I leave no memories of my passing. I just do it. And I'm gonna go and try and see if the front door is open, if I can shoulder it open and walk in.
The front door is basically just a pane of glass that is on a rough railing. It doesn't really so much... So you can see the frame and you can see the glass, but as you approach, you can see that the glass itself is more of a membrane than anything. It kind of looks like molten glass, the way that you can it looks like you can push and, like, molten glass kind of looks like you're blowing a bubble.
Yeah.
And this has that kind of incandescent sheen to it as well. It looks thick and almost membranous.
Okay.
You can try to force the door open, or you can try to push through the glass. Your call.
I'll just try and push, see if what happens.
As you push, the glass is going to just wrap around your hand and start to tear aside, like you're pushing through a latex sheet almost.
Okay.
Like you're pushing through a balloon.
Once she's kind of up and doing that, I'm going to just start nudging at Kate to make her stand up and be like, no, up, up, up.
If you do that, I'll try to hoist her up.
Yeah, like, no, you're done. You're done wallowing. Get up. Work is to be done.
Right.
I guess she'll get up after a moment of debating between actively trying to snap at them or just do it, because this is less effort.
So, as you all head inside of the building and take a look around, you can see that there are a number of spirits gathered inside of this building. A lot of electricity spirits, spirits of information, data, things like that. They're mostly motes just floating in the air. As you are checking each of the floors as you go, it's more like a cave system inside of here. Large rooms and no stairs, just a curling ramp with bumpy areas that you can use to propel yourself forward. as you look around inside, there are dozens of spirits of computers, or reflections of computers, as it were. You can see that, there we go, there is a computer spirit right there. You can see dozens and dozens of these things on each floor. These computers look like tower and monitor units, but they are crawling around on the floor on tiny legs like centipedes. Some of the rooms, as you open, the monitors are stacked. The old CRT monitors are stacked wall to wall. And in fact, one floor, as you reach the 5th floor of this building and check, everything that you see on this floor, even the door, is comprised of computer screens. On the other floors, you found other things like spirits of like play areas for children. You found one floor, the 3rd, was dripping with blood spirits, as well as a few spirits of illness.
Not horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
We're not gonna have the whole building.
Yeah,
Another
no,
floor was, let's see.
It's like a life labs, basically.
That's literally what it is when you guys go back. Another one. So there are 2 floors that are interesting to you, as well as what you will find is that there are tiny little spirits of crude little trees. They're about a foot tall, walking around on legs with little sprouts coming out of their heads, no faces to speak of, but they crouch in corners, hiding away from the more voracious spirits around the area, spirits of technology and so on. The 4th floor is covered in computers as well, but also binary motes of energy that waft through the air. But it's the 5th floor that you quickly discover is probably where you should be. Now, as you enter this room, the floor is lined with circuitry. And inside of this room, you see that you're in a representation of a fairly large office space. Looks like this takes up the entire floor of this building, unlike the others, which were compartmentalized with a couple of different areas. Inside of here, you see that there's the central area, which has hive-like cubicles built in, with the sound of tacking keys all around you. Beep, beep. And as you walk in, the windows here are drawn. This area is almost lightless, except there are these little binary electric butterflies flying through the air here. Little motes of light float between them, like fireflies on a dark countryside night. They move as you brush against them, as if you're pushing through a beaded curtain. And they give off a dull blue glow to this room. The butterflies glow a brilliant matrix green and fly from one computer to another. And you can hear that they're muttering to each other in first tongue. Proportionally speaking, the rhinoceros beetle is the strongest living creature. They carry 85 times their own weight. Proportionally speaking, the rhinoceros beetle... Another one passes by you, and as you look at it, each one of these butterflies looks like it's going from computer to computer, collecting pollen. But then I'd like all of you to make me an int and investigation roll independently. Kate, what are you about to ask?
Kate wants to try and catch one to look at it more closely.
Okay. You can absolutely do that. Give me a strength and brawl roll.
Do you want that before or after the int? So I managed to pin it down and look at it, but
Okay.
what order do you want me to do them?
Could I do int and computers, maybe?
Yes, you may. Yeah,
Nice.
that's you guys can swap into computers instead as well, if you so choose.
Sorry, was it strength and brawl or?
It's always it's strength and brawl to grab
Didn't
things,
help much.
Okay.
and you're grabbing with your mouth
Yeah,
or your paw.
gently, kind of.
You
I
got
mean,
one?
whichever one seems to make the most sense to like. Yeah.
Okay.
Batting it down out of the thing or grabbing with teeth. Probably bat it down. She'll bat it down with the paw.
Okay. All right.
I'm not removing any dices.
You're not. Go ahead and just.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? You probably should, to be honest. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. So give me a -3, just because these things are pretty small. What did Brighton and Megan
I
get?
failed.
Brighton?
0.
0.
0
Megan?
on
4.
4? Okay. So, Megan, you are going to look around and get a sense that this is probably the right place. This is going to be definitely hammered home as Kate moves forward and takes a paw swipe at one of these. And she actually manages to graze it and start to pin it to the ground. It's this little butterfly mote that's surging with energy. And as she pushes it at the ground, suddenly its wings, which are about the size of a child's palm, are suddenly going to flash to life, and you will see a video of some very crude, very not Kate's scene, pornography of 2 men in a firehouse just flashes on its screen. Oh, pardon me, on its wings, which become
Right.
translucent.
What do you use a VPN for? Of course.
Kate, this is probably the opposite of your fetish, and you are going to just reflexively remove your paw, and it's going to fly off.
I mean, that's startling in and of itself, yeah. What was the other role you wanted? Was it int in something?
Int
or?
in investigation or int in computers. Claire, looking
Yes,
around,
that
you get a good sense of what's going on as these computers, the butterflies float around drawing nectar or information from the computers, but they all seem to be glowing a brighter, deeper shade of green after they've fed, because all the greenest ones are headed in that direction, which you imagine is probably the server room.
Ooh, I want to follow the butterflies.
All right. Kate, what do you get?
Never
One
follow the
success.
butterflies.
One success. So you get the sense that, yeah, this is VPN. This is a VPN, absolutely. And as you are inside of here, Kate and Megan, because you got some successes on the investigation roll. Claire, you're going to start following them into the server room. You will see that this floor is not free from those spirits of whatever attacked Kate earlier. There are a couple. Well, 2. However, as they try to approach the information spirits, the butterflies and the computers, there's a sudden flash of electricity, and every time they try to touch them, they're jolted back. And that's when you'll notice that humming between each of the computers is a small, what looks like a surge protector. But as you watch, it moves into view, barely illuminated by the binary glow of the butterflies. It's a surge protector, kind of, but with venomous eyes and electricity dripping from the tip of its 3-pronged tail like a scorpion. It patrols around the computers, watching and striking when the spirits of, well, whatever those spirits were, get too close. I was not expecting to describe scorpion surge protectors tonight. I really wasn't. Get over here. Claire, you head in to the back room, and that's when you will see that this room has dozens and dozens of these slightly pulsating server boxes. They kind of look like towers, like pillars that are holding up this room with slots in them. And one by one, the butterflies will fly inside and come out the other side white, having been cleaned of their information. They turn and flutter back to process more data in a never-ending cycle. However, you'll also notice that this room has several of these protection spirits in it, wandering around, and as you enter the room, one of them is going to turn toward you. It's about the size of a medium-sized dog, with a long, draped, pronged tail. And as you enter the room, it's going to kind of go on the alert. What do you do?
I'm not gonna go any further if I see it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take a good look around.
It looks pretty cool, actually.
Sounds pretty cool.
The more you look at this, it looks like these towers are built of a strange combination of filters and microchips, but also industrial-grade fans that are kind of pumping the butterflies through and out this large vent. And yet, a lot of these towers seem to have a base that's built out of thick tomes, books.
Hmm.
You didn't even know this was in your territory. What else do you do? Just return to your friends?
I'll go back to the group.
All right. Another spirit is going, another one of the binary butterflies is going to float by, and you will see, it looks like someone is watching, you'll see a sudden clip of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fly by you. Someone else is watching some British documentary. And then, as one of these is flying by, you will see that it looks like a significant amount of Bitcoin is being traded. This is all around you. What do you all do?
Brighton mostly looks confused.
Okay. This is what's your computer score is 0, isn't it?
My computer score is 0. I failed that roll. I'm just like, what is this?
Okay.
Yeah, my computer score is also 0, so I'm not sure if I can actually figure out, like, what should we do here? To try
I don't know if we can do anything from this side.
No, but...
So this...
My thought is to not attack, like, the building directly, but to attack the company in some way. Because this is just... Yeah.
I had hoped we could just demolish it, but no.
I mean, tell you what. Go ahead.
We are Iron Masters.
Yeah.
And the whole thing of, like, the Iron Master thing is that it's not just for, like, just straight out attacking. It's something like ending cash flow, who to bribe to get safe houses condemned, or, like, stuff like that. Minions arrested, yada, yada, yada. So...
Yeah, I was also thinking I could maybe use my Sounds of the City, although that sounds kind of like a person, but...
Sounds of the City? Which, that's gifts of information?
It's a merit.
Oh, okay. What does it do?
Let me see here. I had it up. So, you can sense one of the social merits flowing through it says through a person, but I was wondering if I could do it for a business.
No, because business doesn't have any merits.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you find that? That's interesting. Oh, got it.
It's an Iron Master one in, yeah.
You know what? Given You'd have to find out who owns this.
Mm.
Basically, but once you targeted the business, you could probably do some research and figure that out. It would be difficult to do from the spirit world, though. You'd have to have access to the internet and be able to learn more about the organization to find out who runs it. But yeah, you could potentially use this to target the business directly. I'd allow that. The way that it's
Okay.
the first half of it's written makes sense.
Yeah.
And given your background in the financial sector.
Mhm.
Also, while we're here, can we look across
Yes, you can.
to see what it looks like in the real world?
All right, so you just take some time to do that, and as you focus across, you can see that the real-world version looks like a much sleeker version of this. The carpeting is non-existent. It's been replaced quite some time ago by that type of executive laminate flooring. There are computer mats placed down, and there's a low glow in the room. It's well after dark at this point in the world of flesh, and you can see that there are very few people here. Primarily of which is a woman in her late 30s working behind one of the more prominent desks. She looks tired, and you can see that she has 3 mugs of tea or coffee. On second inspection, it's tea on her desk.
I move into a position in the spirit world to be able to look over her shoulder.
Absolutely. You can do so, and as you do, you'll see that she is working on basically just doing what looks like some high-end programming that is a little beyond you.
It looks matrixy. That's all that I know.
It definitely, she's doing coding.
Okay.
However, as she's doing that, the phone that's on her desk, a BlackBerry, vibrates. And she reaches down and picks it up, and you'll be able to see the text message that scrolls across the screen. The Queen wants to speak to you. Contact as soon as you can. Cheers. Less than 3.
The fuck?
She texts back, I have to work late tonight. I'll contact her as soon as I can. How urgent? Question mark. There's no reply.
Can I get a good whiff of this person so I would recognize their scent later if I smelt them?
Yes, you may. She smells like... She smells kind of like ozone. Kind of like fresh electronics. Of course, like flesh and blood as well, but it seems like she smells kind of like when you open a bit of electronic equipment that's been fresh boxed, and like she was rolling around in it.
I finally clicked.
Yeah. Oh well, I promised that I wasn't going to try to do this, and then you guys walk right into it, so I'm like, alright.
You gave us a job!
I did.
What else were we supposed to do? Obviously, we're just gonna do it.
Blame Camille.
Camille.
It's always Camille. Camille Camazel. Alright. So, yeah, but you know, she smells like she spends so much time around plastic and computer hardware that it's starting to rub off on her, you think. Or maybe she has an artificial hip. I don't know.
All right. Is there anything interesting on our desk?
Yes, you'll see that there is a little bobblehead of a blonde guy in a blue jumpsuit with the number 76 on his back. You will see that there is a broken snow globe Looks like it's been cracked. It has no more water in it, but is still sitting there. You will see that there is a nameplate on it that says that her name is Cassie, Kasi, O'Neill, and she is the Chief Technical Officer.
Okay.
You'll also get the sense that she's drinking a mint jasmine tea blend, and that she smells kind of stale as well. Like her clothing is a little disheveled, and like she's been working for probably about 12 hours already.
All right. Do I think there's anything else I could get from this?
Probably not. Not unless you could actually interact with the environment, but just kind of getting a sense of things. I'll let you do an int and investigation at a -3 to see if any other clues just pop up. But in the meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing?
I think Kate's pacing around and seeing what she can find and smell and investigate.
Spending willpower.
Okay. Kate and Claire, why don't you both give me an int and computers roll to see if you can think of ways that this could be harmed. And Brighton, what are you doing during this? Just watching the spirits of Sadie going around and getting shocked by surge protectors?
Yeah, probably.
It's pretty amusing, to be honest.
That's probably where my attention is, because this is so far out of my league. I'm like, I have no idea.
Useless. You are useless. Psst, fuck off. is basically what you're seeing, right? It keeps trying to wrap around these little surge protectors of data is fleeting. Data is fuck off. Kate, what did you get?
Well, I rolled one success, but I still have that shaking condition, right?
Yeah.
So to resolve it, I have to either give in to the fear and fail to roll.
Anytime your character's taking action, where this feeling might hinder you.
Yeah, so I don't know if she's getting any impact from these other things running around, being like,
I'm gonna
probably
say,
not, but...
I mean, you could use it in this distracted condition. I would prefer you save it for something with a juicier result.
Sounds good. I get one success then.
Okay, one success. And Claire?
One.
So both of you come to the same idea, which is that if you wanted to disrupt these things, damaging the building's power grid, obviously, you could also, which you could potentially influence a bit from the spirit world, destroying their servers.
Yeah.
Would honestly, if the server facility is in this building, and it, I see that as reasonable since I know nothing about VPNs. They just take up an entire floor and had to pay for electrical upgrades. So if you could get in there and damage their servers, that would take them offline for probably weeks before they can get them repaired. Alternatively, you could just set the entire building on fire.
I mean, it's a solution.
That plan
is the solution.
C. Okay, not plan A.
Not plan A. Okay.
And K for Kate.
And K for Kate. All right.
It should be plan K for Kate.
Yeah.
Megan, how many did you get on your roll?
3.
3. Okay. So as you are glancing around, what you'll be able to do is, first off, you'll be able to see the phone number that texted her, and that it is from a person. No, she's a VPN person. She would definitely have a person who is listed as Duke. And as you're just standing there watching, she pauses, takes a sip of some tea that is long gone cold, and kind of makes a gross. Okay, better get this out of the way. and picks up her phone and dials.
I'm gonna hang around and listen then.
A woman's voice answers the phone on the other end. Yes. Greetings, my lady. I heard that you wish to speak with me. Yes. That... I expected you to come by in person. The entire court is here tonight. I was hoping that you would attend. I imagine I'm unfortunately stuck at work, and I don't think that I am going to be able to make it out, even if it is a gathering. It's not just any gathering. The Queen of Spring is here. We're preparing for the late transition. I was hoping that you would be present. I've sent a car. Yes, ma'am. Understood. I'll be by the garden shortly. Fuck. You'll hear coming from across the room. Hey, Cassie, is everything okay? Yeah, George, I'm gonna have to head out for a little bit. I've got a family thing. Oh, your sister again? Yeah, she's high maintenance. Yeah, I have a sister too. Thanks, George. Do you mind locking up when you go? Yeah, not a problem at all. I'm only gonna be here about another hour, so I'll just use your security code. That sounds great. You still have it? Yeah, I've got it in my book right here. What do you do?
I'm going to kind of ask one of the others, can you go look across in that area and see if he has that open at all? There's a dude over there with supposedly a security code and a book for the space.
Sure.
I'll be back in a minute. This is curious.
Brayton's gonna look to where she was pointing and be like, okay.
There's a dude over there.
Keep that on paper.
Okay.
Well, I don't...
Kate's gonna go and look over.
I mean, I leave the book inside of the office, so if anybody... It's yeah. Kate, can you make me a quick wits and investigation roll to try to find where to look?
An investigation? Okay.
Yeah, and this will determine whether or not this is actually accurate.
Should I spend a willpower? I'll spend a willpower.
Spend a willpower. Spend it.
Yeah. Let's do that.
And then when she leaves, I'm gonna follow her because I want to see what this car and driver looks like. Because these words are confusing as hell to Megan.
Okay, so you will
She's
follow.
like, Queen? What the fuck?
Ooh, I like that. No, not that one. Those are good. That's
Okay.
good. That's... not as good as it could have been. 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. So going over, you will be able to look across as he's saying, "Well, I've got it right here. Don't worry." You probably shouldn't keep. Are you sending your ears over as well?
Yeah.
Okay. It was
So
just
go-
like I was like, do I need to do the dialogue if you're not listening?
Yeah.
I'd really prefer if you didn't have that written down. Well, I use it so infrequently, and I've got it hidden in the middle of a phone number, so you know, trying to do my due diligence, boss. All right, so long as it's hidden, that's fine. And he taps it, and you'll see that there is a 7-digit phone number there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? It would be a full 10-digit phone number. However, which numbers are the right ones, you have no idea.
Well, she said she hit it in the middle of a phone number. She probably did that literally.
You probably did.
It would be a good place to start anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just take down the
whichever,
whole phone number.
I'll try to, yeah, if I can. I mean, Kate's gotten into one, so remembering this might be a little challenging for her.
So it's 778-339-2911.
Sorry,
Okay.
339
2911.
2911. I mean, if you say it, the rest of us can help.
Yeah, she'll say it.
Okay.
I will jot it down. Oh, I guess I can't. I'll try to remember.
Yeah, we have to try to remember because we are currently werewolves.
We are werewolves.
So as you Brighton, Megan heads out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow? Or do
No,
you
I mean, she was pointing at looking across somewhere, and I was going to do that, but then Kate went and did it, so I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to wash these surge protectors, because that seems fine. And then you say a number, and I'm like, okay, I'll try and remember it. So she's just reciting that to herself now.
Okay. Sounds
Brighton probably has a better chance of actually remembering it than Kate does, so honestly.
There's a little
Possibly.
bit of...
I haven't too, so...
So there's a little bit of time, and you head out and follow down what you... Sorry, I was doing one adjustment to something real quick. Megan, you follow out the door, and keeping your eyes on the woman as she goes down. Or at least keeping your nose on her, I guess, so you can watch the stairs. You'll make your way down and see that along the road, a large blue SUV pulls up. It's kind of a very cool, bright blue, almost a gray. And as she approaches, the passenger side window will roll down, and you will see a man with kind of a dark, almost like Pacific Islander complexion, like kind of like a Samoan type of tan to his skin. Massive man, looks like a professional bodybuilder. Dressed in a black suit with a silver tie. He leans forward, and even though it's night, he is wearing a pair of slightly tinted glasses. "Ready for you," he says, in a deep, rolling voice that sounds like stone grinding on stone. "Yeah, I'm here. Front or back. Whatever works for you." "Thank you, Sir Anthony." We do this every time. Just Tony. Just Tony's fine. She opens the back door and gets in. "Not a fucking Uber," he says as he rolls up the window. And they will drive off.
Interesting. Can I like occult roll on this? Because like Courts, Queen of Spring, all this stuff. Have I heard any tidbit of potential connection?
I will give you an intelligence and occult roll at a -5.
Good luck.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna spend willpower. That'll give me 1 full die.
Oh my goodness.
Not a chance die.
Not a chance,
No,
dice?
not a chance die. No. Hey, 1 success.
Woo!
You may have heard that there were other creatures out there. Maybe things that I mean, you've heard that there are vampires. You've heard that there are fairies, and you might make the leap that there are fairies that exist out there. You're kind of surprised that they're this big. You're not convinced, but maybe.
Okay.
Maybe this
But
person.
she has a potential direction to look in, and she might compile some information
with
together.
that difficulty and a success. I mean, like, it's a normal person with some occult knows that, like, the Seelie and Unseelie courts, and that there is a lot.
Yeah, she probably doesn't necessarily have everything right. Or anything like that, but she's got some very interesting...
You've got maybe a wild hair on this one.
Yeah, she's got some very interesting words that she might look into.
Okay.
Just like...
You've maybe read a fantasy novel that focused on that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's one of those gentry novels by Laurel K. Hamilton.
I have a good sniff on this person, so maybe I'll come across her again and be like,
if you follow
what's
that
weird
way,
about you?
she'll have some wildly inaccurate preconceptions about this.
All right. So, heading back in, is there anything else that you want to do here, or are you pretty much done?
I think I'm pretty much done. I was just trying to find like anything that would be useful. And then you gave me stuff to look at, so I was like, okay, I'll look at it.
This guy has the coolest name now. I wasn't expecting to have him, so I had to look up names. That's what slowed me down. His name is Tony Tupuola.
Alright then.
Yeah. Nice, solid, like Samoan name. Tupuola. Tupuola. Yeah, Tupuola. That won't come up tomorrow.
Nah.
Which? Watch Changeling tomorrow.
I need to finish making my character sheet.
I need to plot that game.
All finished.
All right, and with that, you will all get the sense that you're pretty much done at this place.
All right.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do anything directly to it in the spirit world, you've pumped it about for all the information you can.
There's no point in trying to, like, there's no server representation on this side, is there, that we could try and impact?
There are, but
yeah.
it looks like it's being protected by those little surge protector spirits.
Yeah. I think you said there was... Oh. No.
Oh.
How many were there?
In that room that you could see, there were 3, but they were pretty big.
Yeah, like a medium-sized puppy. I'll relay the
Right.
information to Kate.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So...
And if you damage it in this world, that does weaken it in the real world, and if you take it out in both, that's double good.
Okay, but what if we can we take out these surge protector things a little bit? Would that make it easier to attack when we go back over there?
Good, yeah.
Maybe? Or maybe we can make a deal with them. Maybe not, no.
I would think if we're trying to kill their source of everything and their kind of representation, that they would not be thrilled.
And what they're trying to protect.
Yeah, it's kind of their entire point of being, right?
Right. Couldn't we just move them to another server?
But that would already have stuff that would probably not want competition, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think our options are kill them here or just leave them and deal with stuff.
Could we have them help protect Nicholas's computer data? So that no one hacks us?
I mean, I would think they would need an actual firewall or like virus program to kind of link to.
I think you're trying to like lure someone away from like a 6-figure salary with $50 on that one.
Yeah.
No, it's totally fair. Like, Kate's still gonna wonder about it and go like, think it's a thing? No, probably not. You're
okay,
right.
so you're just saying all this in character? Rad.
Yeah, absolutely. She's legit just spitballing ideas.
All right.
Brayton is just overwhelmed. She's like, I have no fucking clue.
All right, let's head back and discuss.
Okay. You don't want to try and do anything here?
Well, not right now.
I don't think we
Let's
can.
discuss and figure out a plan first.
Yeah. They're pretty feisty, and who knows how many they'll have.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Who knows?
All right. So, what's the plan?
Head back to the locus,
locus,
and cross back over.
Okay.
And then we should investigate from that side.
Yeah, and like, yeah, investigate that stuff. Check out the security code we have if we decide to go back over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quick jaunt back to your locus. You cross over, and within minutes, you find yourself back here at the base of this building. It's pale gray concrete that was, within the past year or so, recently blasted of all of its soot and grime. There's a small employee parking lot and a lot of curbside parking here, as well as what looks like an underground parking complex for this area. A city bus passes by, and you can see that on it there are only about 5 passengers, all wearing masks or scarves. The bus driver has a length of plexiglass separating her compartment from the rest of the bus. Overall, the city's very quiet. In this building, you can see that there are a number of things. There's a pediatric clinic on the first floor. Actually, it's pediatric psychology on the first floor, so I guess child counseling, child and youth care. The second floor is was it the blood floor or was that the third floor? That was the third floor.
Third floor was the life labs, yeah.
Third floor is the life labs. The fourth floor looks like a small video game company. And the second floor is a financial and tax office.
Ooh. I wonder if I can fix my serve application there. Kate mumbles and
Just because I wasn't sure if we were going to do any, like, actually research into the company itself once we got back to this side, or just come straight here.
I figured doing a little bit of research to see if there's anything interesting that stands out.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize
do a
that's what you
Google
guys were
search.
doing, so.
I feel like we could have wandered over while doing, like, Kate could Google foo on her phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that we had been thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
So who's doing what?
I mean, if
Claire was definitely thinking about attacking them, not just physically, but also their assets, I suppose, somehow.
Yeah.
So figuring out who owns it and runs it.
Attacking their
the
assets would
best
shut
to
it down
attack.
longer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sounds
then-
good.
I think I was thinking that Megan would probably want to try and use a combination of like her stealth and potentially I'm not sure how much larceny Brighton has. If
How much
any.
what, sorry?
Larceny. So you've got a bit more of a criminal background, so I wasn't really sure.
Little bit.
Little bit? 1 dot
Yeah.
or
I have a dot.
nice.
I
So
also
do I.
have a dot. And remember, I have my open doors. Doors don't
Yes.
stay locked.
Right.
Oh, that's right. So we don't need to really worry too much about the security.
Claire.
Unless it's
We
a
put-
security system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claire,
Yeah, and if we,
Go ahead, Brighton.
I was gonna say, if we put the code in, it implicates not us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Claire, can I get you
Hey.
to give me that wits and politics roll?
Yes. I don't think I statted myself for this very well. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We're okay.
Don't forget willpower exists.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I want to use a willpower, actually.
What's your
No matter
cunning?
what, no matter how many I roll, I only get a 1. 1.
Okay.
I know.
What a mood. Except tonight for some reason.
All right. So, with a scene's effort, you can shut down a number of social merit dots equal to your cunning renown.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I see.
This must reflect human influences like allies, contact, fame, resources, or status in the human world. They lose access to these merits for as long as you wish. However, you can only lock out that number. You must abandon previous efforts if you want to deny different merits. While doing this, your own social merits in human spheres are considered 1 lower.
That's okay.
So that includes allies, contacts, fame, resources, or status. All go down by 1 while this is active.
Okay.
So, you do a little bit of research with that one, and what you will find is that the company is actually owned by a man named Ian O'Neill. Ian O'Neill was a bit of a tech pioneer, a Canadian tech pioneer in the 90s, who worked directly for bringing Microsoft up and doing a bunch of things. Was basically like a very well-known technology officer and programmer. He later started his own firm doing internet security, and most recently, about 4 years ago, he reconciled with his estranged daughter Cassie, who herself was followed in his footsteps and became a bit of a prodigy, and started this VPN with her as CTO. Although honestly, she basically runs the company using his money. He's in his 70s at this point and is quite wealthy. So he is CEO in name and rubber stamping alone for the most part, from what you gather. This kind of arrangement is pretty common in your line of work.
Okay.
It's the Bruce Wayne thing. He just signs the checks. He doesn't care. Does that mean that Ian O'Neill is out there in a bat suit? Potentially.
Okay, sounds good. Take a moment to figure out which one would probably work best. It's probably not resources if he's loaded. Status?
So you could attack him directly, or I'll allow you to attack the business, since it is a small business.
Okay. I would like to do that.
Alright, so what do you think you're going to attack? Because there are a couple that I would suggest. And that would be... resources might be one, but also status or...
Status might be good to, like... Or fame to, like...
Fame, that's what I was looking at. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So basically,
like,
you kill
Bring
them,
down its reputation.
discredit them, take on their ad budget, because they're still a pretty small VPN.
Yeah. I'd like to do that. I'd like to do that one.
All right, that sounds good. So that'll take you a little bit of time. You'll have to make some phone calls and stuff.
Sure. I write a bad review on the internet and stuff.
People actually listen. All right. So in that case, if you were going to do a little bit of research before you headed over, and that will take a little bit of time, do you want to do that on the way over, or do you think you would have been like, let's rest at home for a few minutes and take care of this and then head out?
I could do it on the way.
Okay. Is someone driving, or are you just walking over? Does anyone have a
Megan's
car?
the one with the car. Megan has the car.
That's true.
So
This is true.
Either she's driving or we're walking.
Yeah.
I guess we're driving then. I'll probably park a couple blocks away.
All right. So as you are driving, it's about 1 kilometer away from where your den is. And, God, a meme just started in the chat. Damn it, why did I do that?
I can see this. What's happening?
Mainly because
over
I was
here?
trying to type and roleplay at the same
Christine
time, and
typed
it
in
didn't
dress
work.
code wrong as the dress cod, and I said it was the fanciest of fish.
Water.
Is that business fish?
It's business fish. No, it's
Business
business fish's
fish.
girlfriend.
Oh.
The dress
Dress
cod.
cod.
Dress
She's a
code.
fashionista.
Yeah.
No. She wears pajamas all the time.
Well, yeah, when she's at home, because she's designing dresses all day. She just wants to chill with some wine.
Is this Tasha?
Yeah, it's basically Tasha. Tasha is the dress cod. Tell her to change her YouTube name to Dress Cod.
Oh, dress code.
Is
She's
Tasha
still
here?
here?
Tasha,
She's still in the chat.
Asha's still been in here the whole time.
Tasha, you're now the
Nice.
dress cod. It's not Tuskovich Designs, it's Dress Cod.
Or Pickling Creek.
All right,
Oh,
back to
yeah.
super serious role playing. Ready?
Mhm.
Hello. All right, so back to this. So you drive over, and Claire stays in the car, like tapping away on her phone and basically just slowly eroding this company's reputation from within. What do the rest of you do?
Megan is gonna try and be the stealthiest stealthy. And I guess slip up to the door and see if it's open.
All right. The front door is not open, and you can see that there's a key card reader right next to it.
Kate thinks we should deal with the fact that this place is all locked up. Make it not locked.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for security cameras.
That's a good call.
What I would like is, Kate, go ahead and make me that roll to activate that gift.
I don't think I actually have to roll for
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I
it's
spend
just an
essence,
essence.
don't
Yeah, that's the
so.
best power. So,
great.
Brighton, give me that look for cameras. Give me an int and investigation roll for this.
I would also like to spend a willpower.
Sounds good. You can use, actually, you know what? Given the situation, use wits instead.
It's the same roll.
Okay, well, it's karmically different.
Yeah. I got one success.
One success. There's a security camera pointed at the front door, and you can see that as you take a peek through the glass of the front door, you think there's probably one on every landing.
Okay. Then I'm gonna let the others know before we before there's too much breaking and entering. Hey, watch that camera.
Yeah, I mean,
Can we go around the side then?
I didn't really say anything, but I kind of assumed if Megan's thinking that they're gonna go break into a building, she would have worn a scarf, and a face mask and a hood.
When we're going
Never
outside, we should all
assume
wear
anything.
masks.
Yeah, I mean, we all have to wear masks now, so.
That's fair. All right, so...
Yeah.
And Claire probably has a bunch of spare masks in her purse because she's conscientious, and that's, kind of how she rolls.
Yeah.
All right, so you've all got a bunch of paper masks on.
Just also, just out of character, as Iron Masters, do you guys have anything to deal with electronics? Because that feels like a Iron Master thing.
I mean, I do, but it's specific to very kind of specific situations, and I need to see somebody.
Might
I can turn technology against them.
Might I offer a suggestion?
Yes, please.
If you're wearing slightly baggy clothing, you are all women, which means you are all fairly short for the most part. At the most, I think you're 5'9" at the tallest. So if you shift into Dalu while wearing a mask and a hoodie, you look like a normal to large-sized man.
It's true.
Oh,
Yes.
so smart, Steve.
Especially if you're wearing a
Yes.
mask. Your ears do get a little serrated, a little bit wolfy.
But we're wearing hoods, so.
Oh, what? He's a Bruja.
Bruh, bros. Bruh.
Oh.
I mean, aren't those the fighty fight types?
Oh yeah.
So you would be happy hanging with Claire as a Rahu.
Yeah.
Currently a computer in
Garu.
Rahu, but Rahu nonetheless.
Garu smash.
Computer
Rahu
foo.
smash.
All right. So, just thought I'd let you know. It's one of the things is always underestimating your Dalu form. You never should, because it's so versatile.
True.
Because then you don't forget that you get the badass motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
good.
right.
Again?
Yeah.
Badass motherfucker means that you intimidate,
Well,
super,
I have this written down
because it's
because I was smart.
it's like the best ability you get, because you just get to say badass motherfucker a ton of times and get demonetized.
The Dalu form is imposing, intense, and overbearing. This can force a crowd to give up the Uratha's prey.
Oh, that's
You
what it
roll
is.
presence and primal urge contested by the prey's composure and primal urge, and if successful, anyone surrounding or protecting the prey will back down or offer him up.
It's the anti-Spartacus roll.
Yeah.
Because literally you just
Slightly
walk up and
funny.
you're like, I'm not here for you, I'm here for him.
And they're like,
Yeah, that's kind
You
of
can
funny
tab
though.
him.
That's
Okay.
a presence
yeah.
roll. Yet Dalu doesn't actually give you a bonus to presence.
No, but it gives you the special ability, so...
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I'm just present in general, so
I just don't have presence.
well, I mean, you're kind of meant to not be noticed.
No, I'm supposed to
That's
hide.
the point of view.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Claire, you finish up in the car
Nice.
and immediately see that their rating is going down as you pull some strings to start getting many of your friends and running some scripts that will start to flag their company.
Perfect.
As we're pulling up, it's just like, hey, should we have made this, like, declared this as a sacred hunt?
Yeah, because we actually can as Iron Masters.
Yeah. Crap.
Oh, a little late
That
now.
was stupid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next time.
Unless you want to go do
Next
it in the
time.
parking lot.
Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's just
I mean,
like
a
a
bunch of
team
guys
cheer
doing
kind
weird
of thing?
shit in the parking lot.
It's Vancouver. And it's late. Yeah.
Group, though.
As you glance around the side, you can see that the curving ramp that goes underneath this building is blocked by a large iron gate. It's one of those mechanical ones that will up and over whatever cars approach. It has a sensor in front of it as well. That's off to the right, next to the building, and the building itself is a fairly large 6-story office building that looms in front of you. Around it are similar types of buildings, as well as a 7-Eleven about a block and a half down the street. On the other side of the Kingsway, you will see that there is quite a number of just kind of suburban dwellings, the typical Vancouver fare. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
So,
I think probably just try and go in the front door. They probably won't have motion detectors in the main hallways. Each
maybe,
office
maybe
will
not.
probably have it.
Can I join up with them? And
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Really?
Brighton, are
Okay.
you with them as well?
Yep.
Okay. And just
I'm mostly following other people's leads because I have no idea what I'm doing.
sounds
so-
good. So just to be sure, you guys have some baggy clothing. Are you doing the Dalu thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's no way they can pin that on you. You're literally almost a foot taller.
Yeah.
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 Well, it was totally her, but she was a foot taller and ugly as shit.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't really go over in court
And
very
had a
well.
mask.
Excuse
me?
Who are you calling ugly?
You got better. Heading up
Some
to the
people find fur beautiful, okay?
yeah, they're called furries. All right. So,
Oh dear.
Yes.
all right. So, you head up to the front door, and with a simple touch, it clicks. The little green light goes on the security panel, and the door will swing open at your touch.
Sweet.
All right. Stepping inside, you see that there's an elevator straight ahead, as well as a stairwell off to your left that winds up, up, up. Where you go?
Elevator?
I would prefer stairwell.
Stairs are probably safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Do I need to roll at all? Because I'm gonna try and be as stealthy and like stick to the shadows and out of camera lines as much as I can. I don't know.
Sorry, I just like the guy in the stream right now, or the person in the
Ah,
stream.
Pretty
They're-
great.
They're pretty funny. I'm trying not to laugh on camera.
You lied! You did it!
It's true, I did.
So
Alright.
I have control over the locks and windows and doors here now,
You do?
as I understand it.
So
Yeah.
heading up the stairwell, you go ahead and give me stealth rolls, everybody.
Oh.
Is this a team roll?
Nope.
Okay.
So,
good.
unless you're not being stealthy, in which case, don't give me the roll.
I think I'm gonna try.
Does
it
hiding in
first.
plain sight work for me as well?
No, because you're going up a stairwell that's like dimly lit by like the after hours lights.
Okay.
So you're kind of going through a surreptitious way.
Like Dex and stuff?
Yes, please.
cool.
I'm gonna add willpower.
0 successes.
I'm gonna try and do this anyway without willpower. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, you know what? I don't really care that much. I don't really care that much. Oh. Also one.
One?
Oh, no.
Brighton,
Yeah.
you're just not having a great night for rolls, are you? Would you like to
No.
turn that into a dramatic failure?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm in Dalu form. It's not like it can be pinned on me.
Oh, does it? Apparently our Twitter link sends people to a dead Twitch page.
Twitch or dead Twitter page?
The link
I
on
think the
Twitter.
Twitch link on Twitter.
Okay. I'll repair that as soon as we're done. Thank you for letting us know. Make a note of that. So did you say yes to that, Jen?
Yeah. I figure I'm in Dalu form. I'm not gonna be at least identified.
All right.
YOLO.
No, it's okay. It's good to know. All right. So the rest of you get 1, and Megan, you got how many?
I am smoke on the wind, which is 7.
Oh
7?
my god.
All right.
Megan,
so
never seen her.
Megan slinks up the stairs ahead of you, getting a good look at things as they are coming. Now, right now, it's probably about 10 o'clock at night, maybe 11. It's about 10. And as you are making it up, all of the other floors are closed. Nobody, each one of the landings has its own security camera pointed at the door, but also, of course, has a door leading out into the main lobby area of that floor. As you are heading up, all of the lights are down to that half setting, basically just the little spotlights about every 10 feet on the main hallways. Everything seems fine. You're up to the 3rd floor by the time you notice the trouble. The rest of you make it up to about the 2nd floor, except for Brighton, who glances around the lobby for a second. And what could get you off task? As you go to turn around, you think you hear a noise in the lobby. Glance out for a second, and as you do, you accidentally nudge the door to the stairwell, which swings shut behind you and slams right as the elevator dings to the 1st floor. And a man in his early 40s, a Caucasian man with a short haircut and a belt clip with a cell phone on it, carrying a briefcase and wearing a windbreaker over khakis and a polo shirt, is going to walk out. He's putting a stick of gum in his mouth as he sees you standing in the lobby. Can I, hi, can I help you?
Brighton's gonna try and drop her voice even further below, like, the Dalu kind of...
It's gonna be like death metal
my
coming
gosh.
out of your chest.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Sorry, the door was open. I was looking for a friend of mine who works here on the 2nd floor.
Right. It's He's gonna reach over and press the close elevator button. The elevator is going to slowly shut. 3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Okay, the door shuts, and you see overhead that it descends into the basement.
All right. I'm just gonna open the door to the stairwell
Okay.
and just like run up the stairs and be like, "Hey."
Okay. Luke, we're gonna have company.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
All right.
Probably be fine.
Some guy just came out of the elevator and spotted me, but I don't know if he's going to do anything. He just kind of left. He went down to the basement, though.
Oh, yeah.
But we should be quick.
Where
Okay, yeah.
do we know where their security room is?
Do they have one?
We
They-
should be quick.
We should go.
Let's just be quick.
Let's just go.
All right. rushing up, you make it quickly to the 6th floor, and as you are there, Kate, the doors on every floors are carded. Every door to every floor is carded. However, as you approach, the door just unlocks for you using your gift.
Ooh, I should be able to lock the doors to the basement too.
Yes, you should be able to.
Because I take control of all doors and windows in the building at once.
What doors do you want to lock?
So I'm gonna lock.
Refuse to let anything open except what you want.
Exactly. I'm just gonna lock everything except like where we're going.
Okay, that sounds good.
Just like lock it all behind us. Now that she's thought about this and goes like, oh, there's someone here. Okay.
Okay, so you will lock every door down using that gift. Can that be?
There's no way this can go wrong.
That is what gift again? That's gift of.
It's called All Doors Locked.
Yeah, I know, but what gift?
What contract is it?
Oh, it's
Lord Moon gift or whatever.
What gift list is it?
It's page 135.
135. Good. I was going the wrong direction, so that's helpful. I just want to double check one thing about this real quick.
The gift of
all
warding.
doors locked. Immediately aware of such doors where they are, whether or not they are open or closed with thought. You can seal any or open them, including locking so fast. Okay, but does this mean can I unlock a door with a key?
Or does Kate constantly just relock it immediately?
You can immediately lock it. Like as soon as you unlock it, it gets locked again. You'd be like,
Yeah, I think that you would have to put a little bit of.
Might be a bit distracted from doing other stuff right now, but I might just be paying attention if someone's trying to actively do something.
Okay.
Unless it just jams the locks, like
It also
however you want to
it,
play
it doesn't seem like it goes that far. It also finds
I didn't
when
think
the
so.
operative simply wants to open all the doors in the building and remain. All right.
Mm-hmm. But it means that if someone tries to lock something, it would be unlocked like immediately again.
All right.
I'd just be like, no, you can't lock me out.
But you also get a sense of what building. If something does unlock, you'll know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
it's
useful.
Interesting, because it means it doesn't give me a floor plan, but it does let me know where all the doors are. So if there's a door on a floor that's not on a floor plan,
There's a door
it's
directly
like,
to your left, actually, and as soon as you step onto the floor, you can see that there's a security camera there leading to the front door of Hedgewall VPN. There is a rather large security reader there, just on to the left of the door, as well as a key lock and a deadbolt on the door.
overkill.
What do you do?
I guess we should try what we think the code is, and Megan will lean over to Kate's ear and kind of whisper, "If the code works, when you go to open the door, make it look like you're turning a key."
So if it's a code, you do not see a security alarm panel. That looks like they're the walls in front of this room are glass except for the metal frame that houses the door. It looks like meshed glass, so getting through would be difficult for most people, but not necessarily for you, depending on your choices. Inside, you can make out that there looks like there's a security panel within about 6 feet of the front door, just against the right wall.
Okay.
What do you do?
So we need to get into. So it's a security panel is more like for like an alarm system kind of thing.
It's probably got a motion alarm system.
Yeah. So we need to punch into that to turn off the alarm.
It's probably on a delay, but yeah.
Not much of a delay though.
Usually
No,
15 to
not a
30
whole
seconds is
Exactly,
pretty standard.
but-
Usually 30.
Yeah,
Sometimes as much as 60, but
Are we able to
that'd be a lot.
to detect if there's someone still there? Because the other
the
person.
lights are out
is-
inside.
So there's
And it
probably
is
someone
glass,
there.
so you can look into the main area.
Yeah. Okay.
In front of you, you can see that it's a small hallway that leads directly to a reception desk and a wall behind it. So it's probably shaped kind of like a light bulb.
Okay. In that case, let's just unlock the door and go in and turn off the alarm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then while we were in the den, we would have tried to
determine what we thought the code was from that phone number.
All right.
Oh yeah, as opposed to just like figuring it out.
My thought is that if he was trying to be clever, he would have stuck it in the middle, and it would be the middle 4 digits with 3 on either end.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he wasn't trying to be clever, it would be the last 4 digits of the freaking phone number,
Yeah.
just disguised as a phone number.
Yeah.
So that's my thought. But
I wonder if it would let you do it.
I wonder
twice.
if you have the numbers in your head, is there enough time to do a very quick larceny roll to try and see if any of the pad numbers are more touched than others?
Hmm.
To determine which one it would be?
Well, you're not inside of the room yet. So.
Yeah, but when
but
would
I'm
you go
saying
in?
before I even try and go in the room, do I have the sense of what I'm trying to do, thinking I can do? Right? Because I'm not just going to run into a room totally unprepared when I know there's a motion sensing like security panel.
Oh, you mean you might? You could be Kate.
But it's not.
But I'm not. I'm Megan.
What's your
Exactly.
larceny roll? Or what's your larceny score?
1. So it's not great, but it gives me a chance at it.
You've probably got three attempts.
Okay.
Based on standard security.
And standard security alarms don't log failed attempts until you time out of seconds.
Mm.
They assume that
Alright.
when someone's juggling a coffee, they're going to miss a button from time to time.
That's fair. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing we would have discussed what we thought the potential options were for the number, and that's what I'll try.
Are you asking me or them?
I'm kind of asking everybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what makes sense.
Like,
That
Yeah.
sounds like a plan.
I just don't want to waste the 3 tries or something with stuff that nobody else agrees to.
Oh,
Alright.
it's like that makes
No,
sense.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I also think that if there is a little bit of time if the 2 tries don't work out very well, just to do the keypad check.
Okay.
With the numbers that we have in the head. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, let's try that then. And if it doesn't work, well,
Because like basically,
we probably have 5 minutes to destroy stuff before we have to get the hell out.
Yeah. that sounds
Yeah.
good. Response time, which down with.
All right. So,
Yeah, so I'll like I guess Kate will approach, unlock the door, and be like, "Okay, Megan, like as soon as I unlock, like it's open, go."
Okay.
And then Kate and Megan would go and do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
there are 3 clicks. The door lock, the electronic lock, and the deadbolt disengage. The door swings open smoothly, and you're in a darkened hallway with that stale, recyclable laminate flooring. There's a pad over on the right, built into the wall, that has its panel shut. What do you do, Megan?
I'm gonna go for it as quick as I can and try.
Okay.
If it's the normal cheapy one, it should immediately start making a noise.
It does. You hear a high-pitched...
Okay, so it is active.
All right, and you can actually see the little motion detectors are up in the corners of every corner of this room with a little red light denoting that they are scanning for motion. As you approach, what number do you push in?
Well, I guess I'll try the stupid one first, 2911. Okay.
It flashes red.
3392.
It flashes red.
Fuck. He was smart.
was smart.
Can I have a quick larceny roll looking
you
at
can
this?
make me a wits and...
Or like an observation roll?
It's actually a pretty new pad. They've only been here for 2 years.
Shit.
So you look at that and think, oh shit. However, you can make me an intelligence and investigation or computers roll.
Investigation, please.
Okay. Do it at a -2 because of stress.
Okay, I'm gonna spend willpower.
Okay.
Okay, so it was that.
If you watch 3 successes.
Yeah.
Taking a look at this number, it's obvious that it's fake. Vancouver doesn't have a 339 area code. Or pardon me, it doesn't have a 339 local extension. But then there's the last three numbers that catch your eye. 911. This guy's clever. If he was putting it into the middle of a phone number, it'd be really easy to pass it off if someone found that book and tried to figure out his code.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he put them together like that? Maybe if you put him in like that, the 911 kind of makes you think that the way he structured this little game, if you put the middle 4 in that sequence, 911. So instead of counting toward 911...
Oh, it's like 1192?
I wouldn't touch the 911 at all.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's 10:30. I feel stupid, so I'm not putting this together at all mentally as a player.
You might want to try reversing the middle 4.
2933.
Ah, okay. I will try that then.
Quickly putting in the code 2933. Beep, 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 beep. Ba-dee-dee-dee-dee. The green light will turn on, and you will see no error. Oh, pardon me. No code logged. Flashes across the screen.
What's that mean?
It means that it didn't log your presence.
Oh, okay.
No error log. I forget what it actually says on these. It's been a few years since I've had to work with these regularly.
Yeah.
Something like
It's
that.
something. It's like usually like no error code logged. No alarm. It's no alarm logged. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's been a few years since I've worked these. You find yourself inside of this building, inside of this floor. Right in front of you is the reception desk. Behind it, the the hedge wall VPN logo, which is basically kind of like a field of green with the letters coming out of it. The VPN has some very vicious thorns coming off of the sections of V at the top and bottom. What do you four do?
So we need to destroy the servers, right?
Yep, I think
So
that was
let's
the
just
plan.
get to the
Use
server room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Server room.
To, expedite this a bit, and I can do the thing to help destroy it.
Do the thing.
I think
It'll be
Brighton's
a
just
bit
gonna go in and
loud,
be like,
but
we want to physically destroy this, because I'll just like start tearing stuff apart.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, like, that's what we're doing, right? We're just breaking it, breaking the physical material, so that unless they have a backup, they're screwed.
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
try
part
to
of
focus
it.
on like the stuff that will actually matter, like not the housing and crap.
Yeah. Okay. So
Break the housing to get in
Megan's
at
gonna
the
look at the
important
Yeah.
their actual work computers, where a lot of their
Oh.
info could be potentially.
Mhm.
you can try and like get info from them.
No, I was thinking destroy them as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
fair,
I make a
true.
roll to see which would be the most valuable thing to destroy?
I will just tell you right off the bat, with your knowledge of
Perfect.
computers, the server room is the most precious.
Okay.
However, trashing all of their computers too is cherry on it.
Hey, I don't know things. Smash
I-
everything.
Yeah, I'm
all.
just gonna start smashing
Okay,
stuff.
what I would like to do,
Yeah.
what we're going to do is a group check. We are going to do, I would like all of you, what form are you doing this in?
I'm gonna
Dalu.
keep Dalu, I think.
Okay.
And I was gonna look around for like a water cooler and
there
start
is a water
pouring
cooler.
glasses of waters in the back of like the computers,
Okay.
because that's gonna fuck them up.
I have another gift
Okay.
You too.
called Entropy's Toll.
Yes, I was trying to look that up right. Oh, there it is right now.
Page 131.
A scouring howl, Uratha shatters windows, crumbles stone. So
So
what
it's a targeted thing too. You use it as a target,
an object or
but anyone
structure.
can hear it. Yeah.
Okay.
Each success causes 2 points of damage to the object's structure, ignoring any durability that it may have.
Okay.
On an exceptional success, as well as additional damage inflicted, you can choose to transfer successes onto other nearby objects. So if we're kind of just like
what we're gonna do is
smash things, weaken them all down, and then just kind of like obliterate.
That sounds pretty
can try it?
good.
This way.
So, what you're going to do is you are going to roll me strength plus brawl. Or, this is everybody except for you, Amy, because you're going to be doing this. Everybody else, you're going to do strength and brawl, or if you want, these chairs are industrial grade, like office chairs. You can use strength and weaponry and start using office chairs to smash things, monitors to smash things. Except you get the
up my brawl, so I'm going to use that.
Okay.
Except I get the +1 for damage, right? For weaponry or something.
For weaponry, yeah, you'll have additional damage from just smashy.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
So additional question here.
Yes.
I have the merit Demolisher, which means that I can, when I attack something, I ignore 1 point of its durability when smashing like aluminum. I think aluminum has like 3 points in durability.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm wondering if I can point that out to people and help give them a no. Okay.
No.
Because I don't think that would impact my gift at all either.
Question.
No, because it's not an attack.
Yeah.
Right.
I just realized something from earlier. The dude who saw Brighton. How does mild lunacy work?
Oh, you're right.
She was in Dalu.
You were in Dalu. You're so
I just looked at it and saw that and thought, oh shit, how would that have worked?
It probably would have
Gone
registered
crazy?
once he went downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it just kind of doesn't it somewhat explain away like the weirdness? So
yeah,
you might have just seen me as a very large dude. Right?
Yeah,
Very large dude.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. He succeeded his roll because he gets a +2 against you.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Good, George. Good job, George. But that doesn't mean he gains a condition no matter what. So he's gonna get spooked because some giant person was like trying to break in to his place of work. So that was already what I was doing anyway. So this is just like a mechanical reason for it.
Fair.
Okay.
I have had the worst luck with dice tonight. Just
have you?
FYI.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Did you get 0?
I just rolled 9 dice because I added a willpower and got 0 successes.
Oh shit.
There are 3 5s, 2 6s, a 3 or 2 3s, a 2, and a 1.
You know what? It is so. What are you're using? What, a monitor, a chair?
Chair. Yeah, I was just pick up a chair and like start smashing shit.
Okay, so what you're gonna do? You're gonna reach over. You're gonna grab an office chair. You're gonna wind up and you're gonna throw it, and the office chair is going to miss the screen and just like land on the floor and bounce. One of the wheels pretty fucked up though.
Honestly, this makes me want to have a Hulk smash moment and just like go Garu and be like smashing.
You can go do it.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. You're gonna. By the way, Garu usually doesn't show up on video. Lunacy.
Oh.
Yeah, lunacy warps.
Well then.
Yeah, that's why that's what the Sasquatch footage is.
Nice.
Kind of wish I'd known that after the hospital stuff, but yeah.
Well, it doesn't all. It often does. It's not 100%. So
Fair.
there is a risk, but lunacy usually has your back unless I decide it doesn't.
Can I switch up then?
You may all switch up. Brighton, go ahead and make your roll again as you lead your pack in lead the pack in a charge of rage.
Oh, that's better.
So everybody, give me this roll.
Should I do my roll to do this thing first?
Yes,
or?
you should.
Okay. I've
That's
done
much
that.
better.
I've spent an essence.
I spend another willpower because I have so many.
I'm spending
So
an
many.
essence, willpower too.
And also rage fuels my willpower, and I got 5 successes this time.
Okay, so it's 6. Okay, make sure I get this right. So I have expression. I have
Yeah, I've hit like half willpower.
essence. Okay, that's a.
Okay, so hold on. Just hold your successes, and I will ask for them in a second. I've got the best techno music playing right now for you guys.
I'm very happy.
Awesome.
This isn't nearly as thrilling as it could be, but you know what? I will take what I can get.
I think Brighton's just like, I don't understand technology that much because she didn't really grow up with it. So she's like, I don't understand this. Confusion rage.
All right. So, how many successes did you get, Amy?
So that was 3.
All right. So, and
So
are
then
you
it's
just
just a regular success.
targeting the server units?
So if I do get 3, each success causes 2 points of damage to the object structure. So I think I have to target one thing if I just get one. Unless I get an exceptional, probably. So
would you like
unless
to
there's-
burn that condition for an exceptional success? The inspired that you had before.
Inspired.
Oh, I
never-
thought we already.
you never
I never
burned it.
used it.
You never
Oh.
used
You
it.
never had to.
Then yes, I will.
All right. As you howl into the moon, and you are going to see several of the servers start to erupt with electricity and start to fry. The middle one catches fire. There are a dozen servers in this room. You got 3 successes.
Yeah.
6
so
of
then,
them are going to start to burst into flames, and that's the point where you are going to hear the sound of crashing as behind you, your pack takes to the rooms and begins smashing and roaring through everything with how many successes? Claire.
2.
All right, 2 successes. All right, and over with Megan.
6.
Oh, so much smashing.
And part of this, like, I want to like jump onto like the computer thing and just crush it beneath my feet.
Oh, you're going to. It crushes in half. Amy, go ahead and give me your roll as well with your destroyer.
So
If you join
Okay.
in. And Brighton, what'd you get this time?
5.
5 successes, an exceptional success as
yeah.
you smash into these things. You
Right.
smash a pair of computers between your hands, start hurling. There are these big concrete posts in the walls, and you are going to grab these towers and start smashing them indiscriminately between the walls. Your fingers and claws passing through the sides of these computers as if they were basically paper.
Oh, and I want to rend anything paper I find, etc. Like, I just want to totally trash their office.
Oh, yeah.
And Claire, have you shifted up into Garo as well?
If you did, you get extra strength bonus.
It's true. You
That's
get
true.
tons extra because of your damage bonus.
Sure,
Well,
yeah.
+2. Well, yeah.
But then she also
Plus
gets like
2
an
on that.
additional +4 on bites. It's gross.
Oh, it's my bite to do it?
It's +3 or on a claw or
Yeah.
a bite or something like that for you
Mhm.
because you have the super bite. All right, so Claire, roll me those extra 2 dice.
Wait.
So it's strength plus brawl.
I'm
Yep.
holding back. This feels bad.
You're like
I'm
this
very-
business.
Yeah, these computers.
Oh.
So what Demolisher gives me is it just means that per point in that merit, which I have 2 points, I ignore that many points of your ability when breaking things.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't give me bonuses to anything.
Okay.
It just means that when I do hit, I ignore 2 points.
No worries there.
Yeah. So and I'm spending another power.
All right, go ahead.
I'll get it back. I have the Demolisher, Destroyer, blood. So
Claire, did you roll any additional successes?
No.
well, just 2 successes here. I'm still in Urshel.
All right,
Oh,
and
Dalu, sorry.
what we are going to do as you smash into the side of them, and Claire, did you shift up to Garu, Claire?
Yes.
So in frustration, you shift up, and we are going to cut to outside because there is the sound of howling and smashing. And down on the main floor, you can see that there is a lone security guard, a woman in her late 20s, a bit stocky, who is standing at the front door wearing her Paragon security uniform. And she jangles the front door. Nothing happens. She swipes her key card. It flashes nothing, actually. It's like the panel's not working at all. She jangles the front door. She looks up. What the hell? And then suddenly, a computer tower bursts through the window and crashes down on the ground. And she hears the sound of a tremendous guttural howl echo across this part of Vancouver. And I think I'm actually going to call game there for the night, because that's a great image for me. Because honestly, I'm not going to make you roll combat against a server room. I just wanted you to like roll for some damage. And because I was looping crashing noises for the stream.
Nice.
So go back and listen to that in a minute. All right. And so with that, all of you, did anybody fulfill any aspirations?
Sure did.
Okay. Which ones did you fulfill?
I used a gift.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Does this count towards my long-term solidify or hold on our territory?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it
yeah.
does. Gain a beat for that. So that's a personal beat on
Beep,
that.
beep. Beep, beep.
Sorry.
I think I regain a willpower for my destroyer.
You do?
Yeah.
Did anybody else gain any willpower from their virtue or vice? Or pardon me, blood or bone?
I don't think I really ended up getting to actually slip away and do stuff. I was kind of trying to just screw off and go and do stuff by myself for the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't really work out, so...
Claire, what
Whatever.
are yours?
Oh, I thought you kind of did, but yeah.
Soldier.
You did what you were directed to
And
do?
Lone Wolf.
Do you feel really bad about destroying this business?
I do, actually.
All right, gain a willpower for soldier.
Oh, okay.
Because you did what you were told.
Yeah.
That's true.
Brighton, what about you?
No.
No? Okay.
Fox and Lone Wolf.
That's true. By the way, your blood and bone can evolve over time, so when you feel comfortable changing them, feel free.
I'm thinking I need to start spending some of my XP on intimidation to help with monster.
That's true. So what? You have monster as yours, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Gain a point of willpower for ruining someone's livelihood when they're just getting back from probably a rough patch.
A rough patch.
That sounds like pretty monstrous. All right, so
what we gotta do.
Besides that, I'm going to give you all 3 beats for the night toward your experience. So that's your group pack beats or +3. And with that, that's going to be it for tonight's game of Werewolf the Forsaken. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit slower and just kind of fleshing out the city a little more. If you have any free time over the next couple of days, I strongly suggest, by the way, on August 22nd and 23rd, the reason that we ran on Friday tonight is because we are doing the Extra Life Tabletop Appreciation Weekend, which is a fantastic event you might have seen in our scrolling marquee. Oh no, look, it's going to come up right now again.
So what happens?
And oh no, it changed. Damn it. I didn't hit stay. So if you have some time, tune in. We're going to be running 6 different games throughout the weekend. It is going to include the entirety of the Dark Tales team for the most, well, like
most of it,
like
a good chunk of it.
Like all but 5 of us, because Jen, you're busy. Caitlin can only do Sunday. And Amy's working around it as well. But it's going to be fantastic. We're running 2 sessions of Dungeons & Dragons. We're running Changeling the Lost, set in Vancouver, as well as we're running a Hunter the Vigil game set in Vancouver as well. And 2 Powered by the Apocalypse games. And the best part about this is of these 2, well, the second best part about this is over these 2 days, there are going to be 3 games ran each day, and I only have to run 2 each day. I'm actually getting Amy to run a game on day 1, and our friend Camille to run a game on day 2, and they're all going to be fantastic. They're going to be a lot of fun, and I really hope that you can tune in. Tell your friends. If you have some spare money, please donate it to Extra Life. It doesn't have to be for our team. It can be to any bit of Extra Life. It's a charity that raises money for children's hospitals and to help kids get life-saving surgeries, to get urgent care and long-term care that they need. Because right now we are in the middle of a global pandemic, which means that a lot of hospitals are being having their resources taxed more and more each day, and these kids need help more than ever. If you have $1, it goes entirely to the charity. We don't get anything aside from like some warm feelings, and I think eventually a t-shirt.
And some viewers.
Yeah.
So and besides that, we're just gonna have a lot of fun. So even if you don't have any money, even if you just support us, share with your friends and come and watch, because these games are gonna be fun. You can find our schedule on our Facebook. It's gonna be posted to our Twitter as well. And if
it's on Twitter and Instagram.
Nice. And if you are watching this later on YouTube, because this will be posted probably on Sunday due to our agreement with Twitch. We have a cooldown period. These games will also be posted on YouTube if you want to watch them later, because they're going to be a lot of fun. So,
Also,
yeah, it's
there's
going to be good.
another Extra Life event
What's that?
around November 7th.
There is.
But-
We're going to be doing it
Yeah,
again.
That's
So-
this main game day.
Exactly.
This is-
so
this is- this
you'll have
is-
another chance.
You'll have another
Yeah.
chance. So save up your pennies. So thank you everybody for tuning in to watch. TK, Introverts Guild, Natasha, everybody else in the chat. It was great seeing you all. What?
Taryn.
Oh, and
was here
Taryn,
for,
who's
like,
not
half
here
the game.
anymore. Damn it, Taryn.
No, but
Taryn, I have a special present coming for you next Thursday, but that's going to be announced on Sunday or Monday. So we will see you very soon. Werewolf the Forsaken will continue next Sunday evening, if I'm not mistaken, for our 3rd week in a row, because we took a vacation before then. And we will see you later. Yeah. So thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great night. It's all yours, guys. Just do what you got to do. All right. Good night, Dork Pack.
Dork Pack.
Dork
So
Pack.
many dorks.
Back.
So many dorks.
So many dorks.
Feel the power of the wolf that lives in the woods. It comes to my back door from time to time. Shake that hand.